is on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in there. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain flow like water.
Good afternoon, my ghouls and goblins, or evening, or morning, wherever the hell you are in the world. I am City Boo, your host for a D&D today. We're missing a couple people right now, but they'll be in a little bit later. But yeah, hi. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Give me a minute. I need to stop this. There we go. Hello.
Oh, Sin, you missed the recap.
I told you guys to hold on.
Also, you missed the introduction of the Cubs.
I literally told you to hold on.
Don't worry, I can repeat myself. As you guys wake from your 3-hour rest, feeling more recovered,
I'm
more
not even in
renewed
the
than before.
game. Give me a minute.
Oh,
Well, she's the last one to arrive. Ha!
no, she arrived before you. You're still last one.
Yeah, but she's not really in the game, so she's got a point.
I literally told you guys I need to be right back to hold on. Don't start. And you guys started anyways.
You know what? I think you guys are right. I think she was last then. Then, why don't you give a recap of what you remember from the last section?
No!
Checkmated.
I'm sorry, but God has spoken.
No.
Then,
FBI, we got him.
I literally started. I'm not doing the recap. I'm sorry.
no, you gotta do the recap for your stream.
No, if they want a recap, they could rewatch the freaking video from last time. The VOD. Yes, thank you.
Watch it, the VOD.
Wait.
I'm a little annoyed at you guys right now. I'm not gonna lie. Is Danny
Anyways,
coming to D&D or no?
No.
Okay.
That's why I put all the side characters off to the side.
I got my clicker for my laptop.
Okay, is everyone ready now?
Let's get it.
A mouse?
Okay. Now can I go Sin?
I never said you couldn't.
As you guys woke beside the little fire after a good nice little 3-hour nap to recover yourself after the treacherous spider fight, you guys look over and wake to what was the female bear standing alone to now the female bear standing with 2 cubs, 2 smaller bears, as they're munching on fish and lapping up milk in excitement, as they haven't had such fresh supplies in as long as they can remember. You guys are awake. Begin.
Here's animals are drinking milk. They know what's up.
Kamboro
Milk
will
is
kind
necessary.
of turn and like grunt a little and give like a toothy grin.
Yeah. They will smile back while they eat.
Kamboro will wander over to the mother bear and just be like, "Me realize me never asked you your name."
She nods and she quickly answers. Her name is Jules.
Jules. Okay.
She's rather short with her words. She is still sitting there just enjoying the food, more or less focused on just how delicious this food is.
He'll gently softly grunt and like turn and be like, are these you cubs?
She will nod in response, and she will answer that one of them is named Daisy and the other one is Rupert.
Okay. And he'll just kind of like grunt and then like turn and like look at one of the cubs. Oh my god, this is so difficult to turn. What was the
Hold Alt
no.
to turn
Ah,
as I
yes,
spin
thank
around the
you.
skeleton.
He'll turn and introduce himself to the cubs. Meet Kamboro.
The cubs are fixated on the food. They're eating it. They notice you. They like nod and gesture and like in like happiness, like being like, "Oh hi," and like just go back to eating. You know, they've been rather famished, so they're not as interested in conversation as the food is scrumptious to them.
Yeah. He'll just kind of grunt and walk off then afterwards.
Okay.
Trixie's gonna walk up and approach with caution and put my hands up, not, being careful because obviously they're eating. And then I'm gonna yell, "Kitty!" and try to touch.
Oh my god, no! I
yeah,
know
dude.
where that reference is
Yes,
from!
that is a kitty.
No, I know where that fucking reference is from. You just had to put that reference in there, didn't you?
The bear's going to look at you
Movie.
very puzzled as the cub is going to keep eating and look at you very puzzled, but unsure of what's going on. It's just going to continue to eat the food. The other bear the bigger bear behind it, Jules, is going to stare at you inquisitively, but not really do anything, as they don't really understand what you're trying to achieve.
I'm gonna have Kamboro translate that. He'll just be like, for some reason she said kitty.
Yeah, Jules is going to answer. Cats are sometimes tasty.
And Kamboro will translate it back to
They eat their own
to
kind.
Trixie.
Sorry, fuck, Admiral. Fuck.
What a
Keep
bizarre
going.
race.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Now that I have chat up, raring to go. Ooh. Kamboro will turn to who was it that said it? Bones?
No, that was the slime.
That said they
Oh.
eat their own kind? Yeah.
Kamboro will kind of turn to the slime and just be like, sometimes we gotta.
Oh my god.
I believe you.
Goodness.
It is quite impossible for my species to consume another of our species. So I've never known of the concept, but I suppose you mammals, or whatever that, yes, mammals, yeah, makes sense. You got those teeth.
It is all
Is
he'll
Didn't you just like
reading?
absorb a pumpkin?
Yes,
I
but
feel
I
like a
can't
slime
absorb
absorb
another
it.
slime. Because we're both We're both
I
acid.
wouldn't be so sure about that. You know what? You have fun.
You know what? I've never tried. I've never tried. It's never crossed my mind.
Alright.
Skeletons can't eat other skeletons, I can tell you that much.
Couldn't you like steal their
No,
skeleton's
it'll
bones?
just go right through you.
Yeah, you can steal their bones, but like
This-
they're still alive, you know? You don't eat it.
So, are any of you trying to get anywhere in particular?
Well, I'm trying to see if you guys are hungry, because if you guys are hungry, then I can whip us up some food.
Oh, I've absorbed plenty, thank you.
I mean,
But
we've only
it-
been resting for only 3 hours, so I mean, we're not
Right.
really that hungry.
It's not even midday yet.
But
Yeah.
are any of you
Can
trying to get anywhere in particular?
Can Trixie grab some snacks along the way?
Yeah, but you're a doll. You don't need to eat.
I think any of
Oh,
us really
that's
need to
That
right.
doesn't mean she
there.
doesn't need to feed the soul.
Why is there a fucking skeleton where the spiders were? Do you guys see the skeleton
Oh,
where we fought
Well,
the
if you-
spiders?
If you guys approach it, maybe something interesting will happen, or someone may recall, having seen that skeleton earlier.
We didn't see the
But,
skeleton earlier.
No, it was
Well-
there.
We definitely gotta get on the road, though, guys.
Yeah.
We
I
got
guess
water to be tried.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm
want to
just
get the
gonna
water.
whee! You're stuck in a tree, sis. There you go.
Doopy doopy doo.
You tried.
Actually, what did I do with poor Freddie Mercury? Just leave his
Where's
corpse.
His
Bones?
corpse is still there.
Bones!
Can't have that.
Can't have that.
I must
Wait!
honor him in the way of our livestock.
There we go.
Freddie Mercury is dead.
That's right.
It is just a corpse.
He will be honored. Sir Glorb
He was a good guy.
begins to just ooze, sit on top of the guppy, and slowly dissolve it away.
You do that.
Are they
Oh,
buying any bones?
Can
Fish
Boro
bones.
would
is
kind
this
of like Can Boro would kind of like turn his head and just kind of like point at the skeleton. There's bones there.
I like bones. Let's figure out what's up with these bones over here then. I'm watching.
You can investigate the bones.
Yeah.
Can I
It is
investigate
very
the rocks to
confusing.
see if this is the meteor that hit?
How would you know that there was a meteor that hit? Okay, yeah,
Because-
go ahead.
Because-
yeah, they heard you
Because it
talking
was
about it.
us.
Cause Solstice told us that there was a meteor
Yeah.
that hit here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, we right. You can investigate.
I got a 19.
Also, I can guarantee you that this skeleton was not here during our spider fight.
Okay, well, the skeleton was there. I just hadn't placed it in.
It was retconned in.
It was retcon.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
Okay.
I got
As you
a
investigate
19,
the body,
sir.
it looks like the body was sloppily undressed and left there. The most like it's been dead for a decent amount of time. It wasn't killed when the meteor had landed, but it looked like it was sloppily undressed and its equipment and clothes had been taken from it.
Male or female?
It looked like a male.
Male skeleton.
But no other markings or anything else around it? No equipment?
No,
nearby?
it looks like all of its equipment has been stripped from it. There's not much like left on it. It does look like some of the bones have been a little dissolved, but all of its gear has been removed, and it looks like it may have been possibly a farmer at one time.
Thank you for the Prime
Maybe a farmer,
subscription.
maybe an adventurer. It's really hard to tell.
I will gather the bones
Okay.
and I'll bury them.
Away.
I'll bury the bones. But I will take a single bone. What bone in the body is least needed?
Skull bone,
Let's do
probably.
some googling. Let's do some googling.
It's probably the ribs, the lower ones, the floating
Least
ribs.
need. That's what I was thinking. One of the lower
There's been a couple people who have removed ribs.
tailbones.
Not the
Right.
tailbone, coccyx.
Tailbone.
No,
Alright.
tailbones are
I will take
important.
that.
Alright.
And I will give it to the slime because I technically owe him a bone. So I'll bury the rest of them. I'll give that to the slime.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Your debt is repaid. As I
The
kind of
markings on the bones, the burn marks, do look very familiar to the slime as you toss the bone to the slime.
and as I slime off of Freddie Mercury, leaving behind a pile of fish bones that is just perfectly stripped of the flesh and scales.
Nice.
Not just any fish bones; those are space guppy fish bones. You know what you can do with those things, those bad boys?
What can you do with
Turn it to
space
milk.
cup? Use them as a bone meal?
That's right. We use it to fertilize the farm.
That's pretty sweet.
That's just one use for it.
You know, you reuse, reduce, recycle, eh?
Reduce,
Always.
reuse, and recycle. Sorry.
But yeah, this is the rock that I flew in on.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, it looks pretty familiar to me.
Yeah, like that, like the tailbone and the burns on it.
Yeah, you were checking out that skeleton over there.
Yep. You know him?
No. Just looked familiar. Don't remember from what, though.
Oh, okay.
So I rolled an 11.
I'm kind of trying to get back home. I don't know what you people are doing wandering around aimlessly, but you know where any of you know where I can find a boat? They got sails. They're made out of like trees.
Oh, eh. I don't really remember much. I don't have much in my memories. I lost them all. So I just wander around. Sometimes I feel like I was destined for greatness. Other times I feel like I was just, a bone in somebody's side.
Can Kimboro, like, look down into the hole?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to do my investigation real quick to see if this was a meteor.
As you investigate it, you're able to quickly tell it is the meteor that had been mentioned by Solstice.
Okay. I didn't make note of that.
It seems to be very similar in nature to just normal rock. However, it has a warmth to it, as it had recently crashed here. It seems to have been fragmented and splattered across the side of this mountain face, this rocky face, and you'd be surprised if anything actually survived that fall.
Is there a decent sized chunk to where, like, maybe it could possibly be forged into a weapon?
Think
Give
so.
me an investigation if you're trying to do that.
Okay, investigation.
Mhm.
Alright. Yeah, yeet! 19.
You definitely come across a chunk. You definitely are able to pull off and find a chunk, but it's rather heavy and dense material. Give me athletics to see if you can pull it from where it is.
Athletics. Alright.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeet!
You are able to reach down into this little crevice area where you see a big chunk that still remains, enough that you could forge it into something. And you trudge your arms down into the dirt, and then with all your strength you pull this chunk from the ground and hold it over your head victoriously. Feel free to add a chunk of meteor to your inventory,
Sweet
and it weighs about 20 pounds.
chunk of meteor. Okay, give me a second.
It's very heavy. It's a 20-pound chunk of meteorite.
Trixie just wants to grab a few pieces if possible.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Fish
You can
have
do
a
that.
sub? What?
You can grab some small pieces of meteor chunk.
Okay.
You grab about 2 pounds of meteor chunks.
Kamboro is just gonna
Thank
happily walk past everyone and just be like, me got meteor chunk.
Okay.
Me got space rock.
As you walk past everyone, you see the resuming of what seems to be a trail leading further towards the forest. You're unsure what lies ahead, but at least it's somewhat of a road.
Kamboro will kind of turn and just be like, everyone, road keep going. Let go.
Perhaps it will lead me to a boat.
Have anything better to do? Why not?
What about you, Bear? Are you searching for something in this world?
He'll just remain quiet and his face will turn slightly serious.
If you're searching for purpose, I could hire you as first mate. You could be first mate on that boat. You'd be a fine bear, a fine first mate. Yes.
He'll
Where's
just
Bones at? We can't leave Bones behind.
ignore that roll. Ignore that roll. I didn't mean to do that.
Come on, you lazy bones.
Abora proceeds to yeet napkin.
No, I'm just trying to roll the dice. There we go.
Yeehaw.
And bam, boom. Look at that.
Oh, where'd I go? Where did I go? Oh,
You have yeeted yourself.
I did yeet myself.
So,
Yeah, they lost
as you
my
guys follow the path, it leads to a turn and the road starts to disappear. As you guys see what seems to be somewhat of a misty forest ahead of you.
Why am I
Is there any
in the
tracks
ground?
on this road?
It looks like the road has. Oh, sorry. Roll me a perception.
Perception, you say? How do I pull this shit up again? Character sheet. That's wrong one. Character sheet. Sir Orb. You want perception, eh? Yeehaw. 20?
So, yeah, with your amazing perception, you were able to quickly detect that this road used to just be a straight path, but over time and lack of use, forestry has grown over it, and various boulders and such have actually fallen onto this path, making it very hard to recognize. However, based on how the lining of the dirt was, this path used to be used as somewhat of a farming route that would sometimes lead to that would sometimes be used for paths outside of what could only be a village. This you can clearly see that the road, when in use, would have just led straight.
Yes, this road hasn't seen much traffic lately. Onward! Yeehaw!
The other way.
Ah, but I see some bits of dirt that go this way.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry. The road I was talking about was the other way. But
This way.
the way that you were going looks like it was the way out of a town. So you can go either way.
There's something about this way that smells smelly, if I had a nose.
Which way you want to go, guys?
That way
Well,
looks like it's seen traffic. But the road hasn't made much use lately. So clearly whatever once was there has befallen some terrible fate. Probably all starved from the drought or whatever.
Might be resources.
We could do resources. We could be the nice people and rebuild it for the village or the farm, or we can Go a different way. That way where he was going. Slime
Up to you
ball.
guys. You guys can go any direction you want. You're free to explore the
Can-
world of Hazdin however you
Kimboro
please.
will kind of turn to Bones and just be like, "What you think?"
Just along for the ride, honestly. Left, right, back, forward. I'm down for anything. It's been
Okay.
a long time since I've met people. People that don't try to kill me.
Kimboro will kind of
Oh.
like grunt, kind of like a little annoyed because he wanted genuine advice.
Alright. Well, you know what I do in times of need? I
I'm
flip a
going
coin.
this.
Can I flip a can I roll a custom
Yeah.
die, 1d2?
Yeah, roll a 1d4, and then if
Okay,
it's
odds
1 to
you-
2, it's 1, and 2 to 4 is 2.
Alright. 2 and
So
4
one-
heads, 1 and 3 tails. Let's go.
Odds and evens.
Alright.
Well,
tails. Tails
Which way?
being
Which
the path that is to the right.
so the path that
This
Trixie's on? Okay. Well, we go this way.
Yay! Down
Really,
the
the only
maybe-
direction
maybe
that
this
doesn't
place will
have
have
a
a ship,
path.
who knows?
Yeah, I know.
What?
Alright.
So,
follow the path.
can you guys roll nature for me? Can someone roll nature for me as you guys enter this
I can
forest?
roll. Hang on. Hold on.
Do all of us need to roll?
No, only
Nature.
whoever's leading needs to roll.
Oh,
Who's front and center? I'll
apparently
do it
that's
if you
me.
guys want me to. Okay.
Nat 20! Let's go!
You do not lose yourself at all. As you enter this forest, it almost feels like you were born to navigate the woods. As you make a treacherous journey straight ahead. Along the journey, you can smell various other things along the path. You can smell a familiar smell like wet dog to your left. However, you also smell what could be another bear to your right. However, straight ahead, you smell something like cooking sausages and pumpkins.
Kamboro will relay some of this to the party and see what they want to do.
Well,
Follow your nose.
cooking sausages probably means people, or things that eat at least. Things that can cook, you know?
Might not be friendly though. We don't know what
that is
kind
true.
of village. Could be
We
human,
should
could
at
be
least look.
monster.
Camboro, can you smell any water nearby?
I think we've kind of made it apparent that there's absolutely no water anywhere.
Yeah. Well, except for the village.
Well,
Which
yeah,
is just
except
a
for the
darn shame,
village.
because water means boats.
Well, it's up to you
Well,
guys to navigate how you please.
Let
If you
us
guys get
head
close to an
towards-
encounter, I'll trigger it.
Let's head towards the smell of civilization.
Kamboro would just kind of shrug and then start like heading in that direction. You said just straight, right?
Yeah, just straight ahead is the smell of sausages.
Alright. How do I know how far ahead?
Just keep going and I'll let you know when you reach something.
Alright.
Yeet.
Just try to stay together so I don't have to trigger multiple encounters.
Hang on, Slime. Let's wait for Bones and Trixie to catch up.
I'll just say I'm right in the middle of you two.
Alright, keep going.
I think I see some, like, cut wood.
Oh my gosh. I
Yeah,
don't know how to move the damn
Chopped wood,
camera.
maybe rooftops of buildings.
as you guys approach, you can definitely see rooftops of buildings.
Well, that's a village.
Hold up now, hold up.
Villages are scary.
Do we know if these are what could be here? Maybe we should take the silent approach.
Hello.
Villages have mean people. They try and
Anybody?
fucking
I
kill you.
can easily peek over this hill and see what lies beyond. I can make my approach very stealthily, surely. I'll just slime around as I do.
no slime around.
You're not
that's
within the
a-
radius of anyone, so just feel free to go ahead. I'll let you know when you need to roll stealth.
Yep. Tried to get a vantage point. Sliding in between the pile of wood, just like sliming through it entirely.
Yeah.
I have no
It
clue
looks like
where
they've chopped the
everyone
forest.
went.
You can
Sis,
definitely
what is
see
going
Don't
on
see anyone
with your
around.
stuff?
You don't see anyone yet. You can definitely see the remnants of what looked like it used to be a farming / logging village. However, due to your inexperience in this area, you're not fully sure what to expect. However,
Fair
it
enough.
looks like this village used to be more populated, but it seems a lot less active.
Sis, where'd you go?
All right. Well, I'm content. I'm gonna head back
Next
to the
to
group.
you?
Find them.
You didn't get close enough to see anything super significant.
I don't
But,
see you.
All right. There seems to be some sort of abandoned village just over the hill. Didn't see anybody, so
I wouldn't use the word abandoned.
no, it's definitely abandoned. You're
Okay.
totally safe, Camboro. lead the charge.
Oh,
He'll
God.
kind of shrug and just like
Oh,
begin walking. Can I sniff once more? Like, I just want to be careful.
Yeah, you can sniff as you get closer. If you want to approach, you can smell. However, depending on how far you are, you can roll a few times. So, if you'd like to roll perception, feel free. But right now, it's not going to smell much different than what you had smelled before because you're still decently far from the village.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna wait till I get
you will roll at disadvantage if you're trying to get some more information.
I didn't actually see the
Okay.
sausages that you said you could smell.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna start getting closer then, I guess.
Can you roll stealth for me?
Okay.
Is that all of us, I guess?
Whatever closest right now.
I'm closest.
Yeah, I'd probably say Camboro is starting to get around the area where he'd probably want to start rolling stealth.
Yeet! An 18.
Yeah, no, you're still good. You can keep approaching.
Okay.
Bo, 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 bo.
Okay. So I'm gonna have him hide behind this tree.
Oh wait, so could you roll a perception for me?
A perception. Okay. Yeah, yeet!
Good God almighty.
18. No.
You are very
That's bad.
observant as you quickly notice a bunch of humans. It looks like this village may have had more humans at a time, but now it seems to be very few of them. You can distinctly see what looks like some sort of adventurer buying weapons from a blacksmith, and what looks like a hot dog stand guy with a few donkey sausages waiting for customers. A little depressed and a little exacerbated.
Camboro.
You can distinctly see to your left a bunch of donkeys and some pumpkin scarecrow to your right.
Camboro would kind of like turn to the slime and growl a little. Like, you lied. They're people. Human.
Oh, people.
Human.
Good civilization.
Human.
Yes. Human. Yes. Never met the fellow. He sounds like a good chap.
He'll growl slightly.
Hey Glorp, can you roll stealth for me?
I can.
Just to see how loud you're talking and, proximity.
Yeah.
DM, can you please move my
What?
character?
Oh, yeah. Where's your character? Are you with the skeleton?
I was near the skeleton and then I was trying to head by. Yeah.
Yeah, I put you back with the skeleton. Oh, yeah, you're good. No issues. You guys can overhear this guy talking to the blacksmith, asking him if his sword is ready, and that he had chipped it while fighting some bears previously. Okay.
Really?
But, yeah, he's talking about how he had chipped his weapon while fighting bears earlier, and that he had recently caught a pixie and had sold it.
He'll Kimboro will let out a
Hey, Meg.
very, very, very low grumble in his throat. Upon hearing
Could you
him.
roll? Could you roll stealth for me?
Stealth? Yeah. Yeah,
At
yeah.
advantage, because you guys haven't been detected yet.
At advantage. Okay.
Oh,
I'll
you're
just
fine.
roll.
You're fine.
Okay, yeah.
So I just
I
yeeted
lost the
my
spider.
character into a tree.
Makes damn
Okay.
flying character disable flying. She keeps getting stuck in trees. I also lost
I'm
the spider.
stuck in a tree right now.
Alright. Oh wait. So right now you guys are on the outskirts of the village. Where you're not stuck in a tree, you're stuck in midair. You just decide to fly. Anyways. Khan, you have been following them. They led you through the woods. The woods that smell somewhat of magical energy. It seems that Kamboro is an expert at tracking, as he was able to navigate you guys through this somewhat confusing woods and to what seems to be a village full of people. You guys have overheard someone talking about trying to get his sword back from a blacksmith, who he had recently fought a bear and damaged his sword, and that he had caught a pixie recently and had sold it to a high bidder, and that he was expecting great things of this sword, as he was going to use the money from his little pixie hunt to pay for the repairs.
And then
Yeah.
Kimboro let out a low growl.
Yeah.
Upon hearing it.
The sounds of civilization. Surely these fine folk will be able to assist me in acquiring a boat.
You can do as you please.
Kimboro will kind of like flatten his ears and just be like, "Me no trust."
I don't even want to.
What, is there a reason that you are suspicious of these people? They're just like you. They walk on 2 feet.
But human.
Are you talking softly or are you talking loudly?
I'm talking a normal third lord volume.
Okay. Well, I'll let it slide for now.
Yeah, and Kamboro is kind of like talking low because he doesn't want to risk, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can we kill them now?
we
Kill
want to
them?
murder
Wow,
hobo.
okay.
I don't want to murder hobo.
If you guys want it, you guys can, but I
Let
won't
me
say it's a spider.
assume the form of the
girlfriend.
natives,
They
and
hurt
then
our
perhaps
girlfriend.
they
Who's
will
this
speak
guy?
with me.
I do not think violence is completely the right path.
Now I look just like one of them.
I was
They will
looking at
see
your-
me as one of their peers and surely offer me a good deal. Does
Man
anyone
can
wish to
do
come
what-
and meet them
Kimboro-
with me?
Kimboro will just kind of turn to him and just be like, "You can do what want. Me no go though."
Oh. I suppose I'll go
I don't
wave
know if I like
and
seeing
see
me,
if-
but
you walk on 2 feet. You're just like them. You're practically identical.
but if you look at them, they've got skin. I don't have skin.
Hmm. I have an not quite skin either, but I do have an external capsule that keeps kind of the more liquidy goop inside of me. Does that count?
You know what? Yes.
Oh. Then we are kin.
I don't really know.
And
What,
I'm just gonna like walk.
as he
I'm just
walks
gonna
up,
walk over
I'm
the
like,
hill.
I don't know. I don't know shit about science.
Could you roll stealth for me again? as you come into the
At
clearing.
this point, I'm literally not even being stealthy. I'm coming over the hill being like, oh, hello, fellow humanoids!
I
Oh
don't see
my
him.
gosh.
I don't
You see
see.
what looks like a farmer's wife standing on the road as she's confused as she hears something. She turns in your general direction, and she sees what looks like a slime-shaped human. And her first response is to drop what she's holding and start screaming,
No, it just Gordon's cutting you out.
we
but
can't
yes.
hear
It's just,
you.
it's just getting, yeah,
It's
I should
cutting
have started
out.
the scream.
priest, priest, and you start hearing the stomping of feet as the venturer who had been repairing his sword doesn't have his sword repaired, but he has a weapon. It looks like a pickaxe. He turns and looks in the general direction of where the slime sound come from, and he readies his arms and goes, "Looks like I'm gonna be making some more money."
Oh, hello, fellow humanoid! Greetings! I'm Sir Glorb.
Um,
I can't.
this guy is going to pull out a crossbow, and I'm going to roll a d20 with a +2 to hit. So d20 does an 11 hit you?
It does not.
Okay, so you see a crossbow bolt come zooming past you and pegs the ground beside your foot as he's now struggling to reload his crossbow.
Oh my! That is quite unbecoming! And I just turn around, jump off the ledge, and morph into a small slime, and I'm like, holy fuck!
Gambora will softly.
He will start marching towards you guys, as you guys can hear the stammering of feet of what could only be other individuals such as himself are starting to come. It doesn't sound like a lot of people, but it sounds like, at least, it's like 6 people.
They are quite, have they comeuppance? They are angry, hide, and lay in ambush, clearly.
Gambora will softly growl and, try to sink back into the forest.
Okay, feel free to roll stealth. Anyone who's close to the front, please roll stealth. Anyone close to the back, feel free to not roll stealth and just start slinking away if you'd like.
Oh no.
So, feel free to start moving away, guys, as this guy is now approaching your position more. So feel free to move your movement away. He's approaching very carefully in case this is a trap. So he's approaching at like 5 feet per each of your 30 feet of motion. So feel free to meet yourself as fast as possible.
I'm gonna dash.
Y'all are booking it. Okay.
Okay. All right. Meg, you're going to sit in a tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit up high in a tree.
Okay. Can you roll stealth?
No, because I open up my thingies and
He can still see Glord from where he is.
I'm gonna turn around, and since I've been seeing this whole time, excuse me, fine sir, can you not discuss your issue with me prior to your ruthless assault?
Feel free to roll a charisma at disadvantage.
My God, this man he hates me. Just a regular charisma?
Yeah. So roll a second. Yeah, roll a charisma at disadvantage.
How do I roll
yes,
the
I got a
standard
21 on myself.
Roll persuasion at disadvantage. Sorry.
Persuasion. Okay.
There's a thing at the top where it says advantage, normal, and disadvantage. Click disadvantage.
Yes. Meg, you successfully hide in the tree.
That will be an 11 with
the human.
disadvantage.
That's all she's doing.
So he's questioning you, but he's still going to try to let loose a bolt. He's going to roll at disadvantage since you're confusing him by the fact that you're talking. As he's trying to shoot his next bolt, you see him actually snap his crossbow by accident, yelling the word "fuck" before yeeting his now broken crossbow at you, missing. As he's now readying his pickaxe.
Oh, see, sir, that is what happens. Your unnecessary violence has only brought you misfortune. Now, why don't we talk this out like humanoids? That's what you people do, isn't it?
As the conversation is going, you guys hear someone praying coming from behind the man. As you now can somewhat see, you can't see it fully, but you can see the top of a bald man's head over the ridge beside this other guy's legs. As this human looks at you and says, I don't care what you fucking say. You're about to be a fucking dollar in my bucket so I can get some money for another fucking hot dog before I head back to town.
Huh. Very well. Just turn around.
Really well.
Just turn around and walk up.
This man is a hunter by trade, and he is he is an adventurer, so he has killed monsters in the past. So he is somewhat good at hunting. So I'm going to roll, and he's going to get a +4 to finding you, so a 12. However, he does not find Meg at all, and he's somewhat on your path, but not really. So he's going to move like another 5 feet, trying to follow you. As you now see what looks like a priest and armed guard come up behind him, and they're going to start ducking down because they realize that now they're getting closer to the quote-unquote monsters. And the priest is going to say, "My dear friend, what is there? What has alarmed our people? What has alarmed your people?" And the guard's going to sit there. He's in this a gray and purple armor.
Server, you'll know.
And he doesn't seem to be talking at all. Very stoic, silent type.
Please,
as the priest communicates with the thug, saying, I heard the screams of a lady yelling for the priest. We have come and purged this land of monsters. I am not sure what type of inhuman creatures you would be attacking this village, but we are here to protect. And the guy will turn to him and go, I don't care about your bloody religion. These things are mine. I saw it. It was a man made of slime. It was some sort of unholy abomination. I have not seen something as ugly as that in a while. I wonder how much it sells for. And you guys can hear this. Meg can hear it very clearly. Sir Glob, you can hear it as you're running away.
Me too, Mary.
Let's see. Con, no. Bones can probably hear it. And that's it. So you three can hear kind of what he's saying, but it's a little more muffled and not as loud.
Kimboro's right here.
Yeah, but you're a little further away than them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, okay, Mary.
Yeah, they start arguing about first of all, this guy kind of wanted them to leave so he can kill the slime to himself. We'll capture the slime to himself. While they're like, no, we stand for the church. We stand to purge these abominations. We will help you in your fight, type thing.
Well, he seems like he's after me, but it's just him and another couple of them. I think if we set up an ambush here, we could tie them, gag them, and figure out why they just are so darned aggressive.
You can still hear the marching of boots.
Kimboro will kind of growl.
As though more people are coming.
Kimboro will kind of growl and just be like, me best think it's best to leave.
Well, I'll follow your lead. Clearly, you could have told me they were such angry little creatures. They're worse than space pirates.
Another guard seems to be arriving at the scene as you guys are talking about this, with another like priest in tow.
Kimboro will kind of like growl, like, softly. We need gold now.
Yes, I follow you. Lead the way there.
And we're. I'm just gonna keep running off.
Meg, are you going to do anything?
I'm debating, so give me a second.
Because they're going to start marching into the woods, somewhat splitting off, but they're going to start going into the woods. And you have a chance to do something, but if you don't act soon, they will be rolling to perceive you. So you may have to stealth again.
All right, I'm gonna. Let me look through my bag.
It appears Bones like being on top of trees.
I'm gonna throw.
Thanks.
take some broken branches that are around me without breaking them. They're already broken.
Alright.
And I'm gonna yeet them. Trying to distract them, see if I can lead them away from the party.
Okay. Roll a d20.
D20.
Where's
Okay.
Trixie? I don't see Trixie.
I don't know. I lost Trixie.
Sis?
15.
Yeah, they hear the
I
hear
lost
the
myself.
sound. Yeah, I lost her too. Like I'm in DM mode, so I should see everyone's name. One second, I can just pull her out of the ether.
Yes, that happens. People
Yeah,
can throw themselves through the world map.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. So yeah, they hear the branches fall and they stare off. What direction did you throw the branches in?
The opposite direction of me and the party. So probably
So they start moving along the forest lining. So they start moving this way.
Kimboro will kind of like scoop Trixie up so that way she's not like falling behind or anything, and just like hold her in his like hand or paw, excuse me, and he's gonna just start running off this way.
Now you gonna get out of there, or you gonna stay around there?
I'm gonna get out of there as soon as I get more further past, and then I'll go.
Okay. Sorry.
As soon as I can find myself, though.
Yeah, you're stuck in that tree pretty well. Right, can you roll a stealth just to see if they heard you like rustling out of those tree branches?
Well, that was pretty tough getting out of the tree branches. I'll give you that.
Yeah, no. All right. You were pretty stuck in there, hiding, and you also have wings, which could knock branches and such.
11.
Yeah, no, you get out of there. You get out of there. They don't see you, but they're cautious. They're looking around. They're very confused. This priest is staring back at the hunter, kind of confused, just like questioning it. Yeah. You guys end up getting out of sight of them, and you lose visual on them. Please proceed with your roleplay.
I'm over here, by the way, guys. I don't know if you could see me flinging Kimboro.
Oh, there you go. Those skinwalkers, man. They don't like people without skin, I'll tell you that much. Doesn't matter the size of your bones.
Yes, they were very aggressive. I got skin
Dad.
just like them, and they gave no shits.
Since Sis is having such a hard time controlling Trixie, could I, if she's okay with it, could I have control of Trixie so I can move her?
Yep. Are you okay
Yeah.
with it?
Cool.
Where is she? I lost her
Probably where
again.
you last placed me.
She's still where you placed her.
I don't see her.
I see her.
Found her.
Yeah, she's like right here.
There. Now you can control both units.
Cool. Thank you.
No problem.
I just want to be able to move her, so that way she's like able to. Yeah.
As you flee into the woods, you're able to actually set up a. Could you roll perception? God, I keep jumping the gun. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, yeet.
As you guys run into the woods, you're actually able to see what looks like another bear straight ahead of you.
Can
So,
I like?
very close to the rock face that you guys had fought the spiders on.
Oh. Kimboro would kind of like lower his ears slightly and like observe it for a little bit.
He's going to be rummaging around. It doesn't look like any bear that you'd seen before. He looks like he has somewhat of a wound on him, as though he's fought someone recently. But he seems to be rummaging around this little area. It looks like he had acquired one of the corpses of the spiders that you guys had killed, and he's eating it.
Can Borowa kind of like
Come on.
turn to the party and just be like, "Is okay if I approach?"
I mean, those have been more friendly than those other two-legged creatures, so.
He'll kind of grunt a bit and nod, and then start slowly approaching it alone.
Okay. This bear will like raise up really quickly as he like. Oh wait, are you trying to sneak up, or are you approaching it openly?
I'm approaching it openly.
Oh wait, this bear will kind of like straighten his back, look at you as he's munching on this, and he'll look somewhat hostile towards you as he's trying to eat this spider, and he's like, "I'm not sharing. Get the fuck out of here!"
He'll kind of grunt a bit, and he'll just be like, "Me no mean harm, nor take food.
What do you want?
Rude.
Just want to know if you are okay."
All right.
He's just gonna like, munch on it. He's gonna look at you. He's gonna say, "I'm fine." Why? What do you want?
He'll just kind of like look at the bear a little bit and just be like, "Do you want some real food?"
He's gonna take a big bite out of it, and he's gonna look at you. He's gonna, "What do you mean by real food?"
Food that not spider.
He's gonna stare at you, kind of puzzled, and he's gonna say, "What do you have?"
He'll take out 2 days of rations and like walk over to him cautiously and then just kind of like set it.
This bear like does as soon as he sees you told the rations, he approaches you very quickly. So even though you're trying to approach cautiously, he's like right up on you really quick. He's like, "What you got there? Smells like dried meat. Where'd you get that? You kill a human and take it?"
He'll kind of like snort a little and shake his head, and he'll like hand it to him a bit, cautiously.
Hey, like you're going to hand it to him, and then this bear is kind of rude because he just snatches it from you. You're like, this smells really. You got any more?
He'll just kind of
This bear's a lot less courteous. He looks a lot less like compared to the bears you'd previously seen. This one doesn't look like he's been as malnourished, but you can tell that he has a lot of wounds on him, as though he has been actively fighting.
he'll kind of like look at him a bit and like see the wounds and stuff and just be like, fuck, what was I gonna say? Shit. He'll just be kind of like, "You were hurt by humans?"
Humans, wolves, midgets, these funny owl people. Yeah, but you know what I did? I fucked them up and I ate them because I'm strong.
He'll kind of grunt and like he'll sort of grunt in acknowledgement of what he said.
Yeah, he's going to search you up and down. He's going to start sniffing you. He's going to start walking around you, and he's going to somewhat like he's going to get to where he thinks your rations are. He's going to start like like putting his face pretty close to it, be like, you got some more food in there?
He'll like
what you got?
Kamboro will kind of like back up a little and just be like, "Hey, I gave what I wanted to. Please," like pretty much just like, "Hey, can you back up a little, please? I'm not."
Could you roll charisma or intimidation, whichever you prefer?
Charisma.
This bear is not as frightened. He's more bold. He's more hungry.
Oh. Okay.
He just like he's pushing up on you. He's getting really into your personal space, and he's trying to like somewhat force his head into where your food would be, and he's getting very shovey.
He'll like he'll kind of like back. He'll kind of like back up a little bit, a bit more, and
Uh,
just be like, "Hey,
roll athletics.
athletics." Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so this bear is going to muscle up on you, and while you're trying to like get away from him, he's going to put like hold you in place as he like actually gets his head into your bag, and you hear that he may have just snacked down on one of your days worth of rations.
Okay, yeah, no. I'm sorry. I'm going to smack him in the fucking back of his head.
Feel free to roll advantage on that. Are you planning to hurt him, or what are you planning to do?
Knock him out at most, because I don't want to like get into like
Oh,
a
okay.
fight.
Roll athletics. However,
Athletics.
yeah, you need a pretty high roll to succeed on this.
Okay.
Okay, so you hit him on the back of the head, and you make him stumble, and he catches himself as you're now free from his grip. However, you can tell that he's a little angry that you know you're not giving him your food. He's not full on attacking you, but you can tell like you've made him stumbled, and he's kind of like what the hell type dude. He's like why'd you do that type thing? Like I thought you wanted to share your food. Yeah.
He lets out a low growl and just be like, "I gave what I wanted to you. You being stingy." Hi, Nux.
No. He looks at you and he goes, "No, I think you're being stingy. You know that's it's sharing. You seem to be in pretty good shape, and you could do with a little bit less food in your belly. But I'm pretty hungry. You know, there's way less food in these woods, and I need to keep myself strong.
Does
Camboro,
Trixie?
huh?
Does
If
Trixie?
anyone wants to interject and get in on this, they can, but they don't understand what
Okay.
the bear is saying. They can just see what the bear is doing.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I
you
didn't.
guys can see that the bear has gone more aggressive with Kamboro and has Kamboro's had to shove this bear off of them.
It's just
Well,
rough
I'm gonna.
sex.
Can Trixie grow big and go "Rah!" in his face?
Yeah, you can try.
Yes. Oh,
Roll disadvantage on intimidation.
okay. Shit. How do I morph big? There we go.
Looks like normal
Like-
behavior to me. You're just like, yeah, no, that's normal. That's normal. Where's Bones? Bones, you
you
want
Well,
to
gotta-
he's
know?
kind of just watching. He doesn't want to interrupt, but he's like seeing them get a
Oh.
little hostile. He's like, "Are they arm wrestling?"
So he does not like at all get flinched by Trixie. He looks down at her and he's going to. Could you roll dexterity for me?
A dex. How do I roll the dex?
Like,
Oh.
right here. Watching.
A dex save?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he goes to shove you like away from him, but you guys are about equal, and he kind of just like bops you, but you don't really move out of the way. But he just definitely bopped you back a little bit, being like, "What the hell is this thing?"
Upon
Can I
And he
flick him in
sniffs
his
you,
nose?
and he can smell that you're not human.
Can I
So he's
flick
very
him in his nose?
confused. You can try. Feel free to roll to hit. Feel free to roll roll your dex roll. Not dex save,
Trixie
just
can
dex.
always go big.
We're doing some cat wrestle. You succeed in bopping his nose. However, you can see that his face is scrunching up, and he's getting angry pretty quick.
Camboro will kind of like draw his axe and like glare at him, kind of intimidating, trying to intimidate him.
You can roll to intimidate.
Okay.
Weapons drawn. That's gonna set off a
Yeah, yeet.
Sir
Yep,
Glorb
it
alarm.
sure is. It's a 15. Shit.
He's going to be a little intimidated. He's going to like take a step back and be like, okay, I'm not. You know, I don't want no funny business. He's going to see the fact that you have like a posse behind you, and he's going to back up. He's going to be like, okay. It's your food. It's your food. You have more mouths to feed. You know, I respect it. You know, so I got pushy. I'm pretty hungry. You know how it is when you're hangry. You know, and he's going to like walk back over to the corpse of spider that he dropped, and he's going to pick it up and continue munching on it as he's like watching you, like he's eating like a drumstick.
Yeah.
Bones will walk up and be like, "So that guy trying to arm wrestle you or what?"
Kamboro will kind of explain the situation to them and like explain that he's not like the other bears that we encountered, and that he was being more pushy and
Did you
stuff.
say he's smarter than the average bear?
Oh God.
He would kind of like snort and just be like shake his head slightly. And then
Wow.
Kamboro will kind of like turn a little bit, but then like rethinking his answer, he'd be like, maybe a little smarter considering
Hey Meg, what are you doing over there in the tree? Huh?
I'm just watching.
Okay.
Being a bird.
Camboro, can you see if he was the leader or the father? Oh, because remember, it's just the mother and the 2 cubs. See
No,
if
it's
this is
it's the mother, the father, and the 2 cubs. There was 4 bears
the
back
father.
They're
Yeah.
a full family.
Yeah, it was mom, dad,
Um,
cubs. Yeah.
But I wonder if he got separated from his own family.
while you guys think about
Kamboro will
that,
kind of. Oh,
Mhm.
sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you to translate to the bear. I'll wager him a ration if he arm wrestles me.
Okay. Kamboro will kind of like ask Trixie's question on if like he was separated from his family, and then translate what Bones said to the bear.
So he first responds with the Trixie's question, and he says, "I don't got no family. If I want a woman, I'll take it when I want it. But I'm not going to sit around and father a cub. I don't need that. I'd rather just go around and take care of myself."
Good, you
Kamboro
don't
will
need
it.
translate that back to Trixie.
And then for the Bones question, he said, "I don't know what arm wrestle is, but I'll do whatever you want if I can have those rations."
Kamboro will translate to him what arm wrestling is,
Oh,
and then
uh,
tell Bones that he said as long as like he can have a ration that like yeah, he'll wrestle you.
Oh yeah.
look,
All right.
he doesn't want to wager it. He just wants the ration. So if you want to arm wrestle him, you have to give him a ration.
I'll arm
Yeah.
wrestle him for a ration. That's fine.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
but if he doesn't win, he doesn't get the ration.
No, he doesn't
No,
accept
he
it.
wants
He wants the ration
he
or no
wants the
deal.
ration. Yeah, he wants the ration no matter what.
Two rations.
He'll
He'll accept 1 ration up front, 1 ration if he wins.
Respect.
And he's
Oh,
like,
and if you beat him, then maybe we can take a
Ew.
chunk of his flesh for a ration.
Bears will-
I like that
The,
idea.
the skinwalkers have to keep their skin. Part of their deal. All right.
My skin is pliable, and you can just rip it off.
All right. 1 ration up front. Let me remove that from my inventory. That's going to be. I now have 9 days of rations.
Yeah, he takes that ration. He's smacking his jaws before it's even in his hand. He's like, oh no, oh that's good. Oh, and like dripping saliva on his paw. Is that your roll?
No, absolutely not.
No. You rolled it at 1, brother. Don't try.
No. That looks like
Definitely
that was your roll. He rolled it at 1. You both,
Oh, hell yes.
you both lay down. You're both laying there. He has a +4, but he still loses to now. Like you're both failing because you both got an one. He's just gonna fail more, and he's gonna be smacking his jaw so focused on this ration that when you guys go down to arm wrestle, your arm's going to get dislocated just randomly, and then with the force of your arm, without even he's so unfocused that just your bony arm just laying against his arm, he just slaps his arm against the ground, and you win. But it's just because he's not paying attention at all. He's just he just let himself lose because he's so enthused with this one piece of meat that he's like, oh, and he just looks at you and he's like, oh fuck, because he's lost.
I'll tell him to go, Kamboro. The first one was kind of more of a draw. Will he go for another?
Kamboro asks him.
He says one more ration.
I will translate that.
I'll put a. I'm not gonna give you one in advance, but you get one if you win. Yeah.
No. He's only gonna play your game if he gets food out of it.
Well, you lose. All right. I won this, so I beat him.
You won. Take his bones as your trophy.
I'll beat him.
Is there any visible injuries on the bear?
Yeah, he has what looks like a giant gash across his chest. It looks like he had fought a swordsman quite recently, and it had done quite a bit of damage to his chest. However, the bear doesn't seem to care as much about the wound that's now like somewhat healing over, like scarring and healing over, as the ration that he's currently eating.
So, is it a leap of logic to assume that this was the hunter we saw in the village has caused this injury?
Yeah,
Not at all.
Yeah.
That's not a leap.
You can quickly deduce that there's a good chance that injury was inflicted by a sword, so you can easily deduce that it's probably the same bear that guy had fought earlier, and broke his sword on.
Kamboro, can you
man,
ask
what's going
the
on?
bear
Everything good?
how the fight went?
What's up,
with the
June?
hunter?
Hold
You
on.
need something?
I got something going on in my ear. Thank you, Plague, for the 10 biddies. Alright, what's up?
Could you ask the bear how the fight went with the hunter so we can glean any information?
Yeah, I'll ask the bear, like, what, yeah, I'll translate.
Yeah, the bear says, well, the guy came at me, so I fucked him up. He had these mouse people with him, and after I fucked him up, the two of them went skittering away, and the last one, he grabbed and dragged away with him. But I fucking took his backpack and ate his food. The fucking idiot. He thought he could fight me, so I fucking broke his sword. Yeah, he slashed me in the chest, so I took his fucking blade and smashed it into the ground before trying to eat off his head. The bastard got away. I took his pants though, and his backpack.
Kamboro will translate that, but then realizing he like neglected to ask the bear his name, he'll turn and ask the bear his name.
My name's fucking Greg, and I'm the fucking king of this forest.
Greg.
You fuck with me, and I'll bite your head off. But you know, it's cool. You know, there's a bunch of you, like maybe one at a time if you really want to get rousy, but you know, in moderation.
So how can we help you, big old bear?
Thank you for the raid, Thade. Why didn't my raid go off? That is weird.
Do you translate that for them?
Hang on, I gotta do some shout outs real quick. What is it that you asked us?
Help him.
Oh, yeah, I translate it.
He answers like, I don't really need help, but if you got some more food on you, you know, it would help me fill my belly for a few more days. I might not have to go fuck up some wolves sometime soon.
Kamboro will kind of grunt at that and just say no.
Hey, you can't blame a bear for trying, you know.
No.
Sometimes,
He'll translate, like he'll just simply tell the party no, he doesn't need any help. That's all he's gonna say. He's not gonna translate the rest.
When's the last time that he drank some water?
Kamboro will ask when the last time he drank water was.
Oh, well, I don't know if I drink as much pond water as I used to, but I definitely do get to drink the blood of some animals every so often.
Okay,
you know, not the best hydration. Whenever it rains, you know, you catch as much of it as you can in your mouth, but it's been a while.
Kamboro will translate that.
I'm gonna take out my my flask. Can I? Is there like a rock nearby that's kind of shaped like a bowl?
No, not really.
Shit, how do I give him water?
You need a bowl?
Yes, I need a bowl.
I
Yeah,
have
Boral,
one in
what
this
kinda-
mess kit that was found, that I've had on me the entire time.
Camboro would kind of like look at Trixie and just be like, "Me wouldn't do that if I were you."
Don't
But
give
their
him
water,
water?
but the water supply is bad. So he might be
He'll
grumpy because he's dehydrated.
he'll explain to Trixie what happened with the food. Like he
I
was
don't
trying.
drink water anyways. I have fresh water. It's fine.
I understand that, but he's going
Well,
to try and take it from you.
That's why I'm gonna pour it. Oh, but if you're,
He could
but no, I'm.
easily. Here's the thing: he could easily bite down into your water sack and break it.
I'm
Pour
not.
more
That's why
water.
I need a bowl. That's why I need a bowl to pour some
yeah.
water in
Sis,
the bowl.
that's not what I'm
Yeah,
talking
I got a
about.
bowl
Okay,
right here.
if you want to do it, do it. I'm not gonna stop you, but I don't suggest doing that.
Do you care about this bowl, sir?
I mean,
Or
it
is it this is
belonged
the
to my
bowl?
family for generations. No, I found it on some dead guys. So I mean, really, go nuts.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and attain the bowl, pour some a good amount of water in it, and I'm going to approach with caution and place it like
As you approach, before you can even get the bowl to the bar, he's like making some of a swagger walk to you, like, walking side by side. You know that bear swagger walk that they make when they're like, ooh, and he's like, he comes right up, he looks at the bowl, he's like, oh, ooh. He sniffs it. He picks up your bowl, and in his paw, as if it was like a glass of like whiskey or beer. He swiggles around. He takes a little sip of the water. He's like, oh, oh, that's the fucking fresh stuff. Oh, I haven't had that in a little while. Oh, this is better than my piss I've had to drink a few days. Oh, and he just like slurps back the bowl, and he's like, oh, and he puts it in front of Trixie, and he just starts like kind of like shoving against her, being like, hey, you got any more? Hey.
go ahead and pour him some more.
Yeah, he swallows it up. He's like, oh, fuck yeah, oh, this is good. And he goes at you again with the thing. He goes at you again with the bowl.
You just say the word, and we'll beat this bear. I'll beat a bear. I'll do it.
I'll tell you what, Bear. We're already on the way to get the. Oh no, he can't even understand
He
me.
can't. He's just nodding and they're like pushing you with the bowl because he's like more.
You know what?
Camboro will
You
just
know
kind of
what?
like rub his temples because he understands what he's doing, and he'll just rub his temple with like one of his like paw bean type things, and just like kind of like low, like softly growls a little in irritation.
The bear's might back up and like put his paws up, be like, hey, I don't mean no problem, I'm just saying, I would love some more, it's pretty good shit,
Inform him that we're trying to get the water purified.
He's just gonna look at you really like confused. He doesn't really know what you mean or what you're talking about. Like
Camboro
it's not so much that water is being purified; it's that the water is like
no.
sinking into the
Camboro,
ground and not being where there's usually water. It's a lack of water.
Camboro will fix that and say that like he's gonna translate it to be we're trying to get the water back.
He said, well, I know those funny humans in town. They seem to be always drawing these weird things on the ground in chalk and what smells like bones. They seem to be drawing these things on the ground, and then they get all this water, and there's no water for the rest of us.
Camboro will translate to the party what he's saying.
Oh, we may have to go back to the village.
Maybe, he did mention other things, like how there was some mouse people that scurried away somewhere in the forest.
Oh, we can take them as
There's mouse
hostages.
people. There's a wolf. I don't think the humans care about mouse people.
We can take the hostage. I'm sorry. I was pacing while I was talking, and as soon as you said that, I fell. I died. Okay. Take the mouse people they wanted to sell as hostages.
Okay. How about this? We just split up. Like degenerates
No.
that we are.
That's what?
We're splitting the party. We're splitting the
God,
party.
please no. Please no.
We're splitting
You guys
the
can cover more
party.
ground.
Everyone scattered in different directions.
If you guys want to, you can, but I won't stop you. But like, if shit
Scatter
happens,
like
shit
rats.
happens.
Well, that
there's
other
6
path
of us.
went
There's 6 of
north
us.
instead of east.
Hello, there's 6 of
You could
us. Why
explore the
don't 3
north.
of us? Why don't 3 of us go one way to find
If you
these?
guys split up, then 3 people are not playing, while 3 people are playing. So I'm just saying, maybe not split up as a GM. And
Yes.
I will give you some advice. There is stuff that's going on in the woods that you guys could explore that doesn't involve the roads. Okay?
We can just head north. That's where the other path was pointing. Maybe we'll run into something. Or we go south.
As you could tell, that road led out of the village, like left the village area and was like leaving the location. You know?
Yeah, but we could still go that way. See what's over there.
You can. I'm just letting you know that you guys like that's like you already could gather that from before because that road was still being used for some travel.
Or we could go and commit my people's third favorite thing:
Hold on.
genocide.
Genocide. I will explain who's who at the end of the session because right now I don't want to talk over people.
Okay,
Alright.
sorry. I'm
Brian the
crying.
Slime Man.
Yes, my people, we do that every now and then. You run into an asteroid that's full of things that don't look like you, and at first you try to be friendly with them, and then they're not so friendly, so then you and your friends, you get together, you get some, you slam a couple of ales back, and you just go and cleanse them of the lesser life forms. You gotta do it. You know what I'm talking about.
The
Pointing to the
bears-
skeleton. You know what I'm talking
The bear's
about.
going to approach and say, you know, I can give you some tidbit of information for a little bit more ration. If you guys are a little lost.
Kambora will kind of like look at the bear in disbeliefment.
He's putting up his paws. He's coming a little bit closer. He's like, hey, all I'm saying, you give me 2 ration, I'll give you maybe some useful information that you look like you're a little lost and you could use some friends. And I know me and you may not be friends, but I've been around these woods, these parts for a little while, and I've met some interesting people.
Kambora will translate this to the party and just kind of like shake his head while rubbing his temple slightly and just be like, you guys can do what you want with the bear.
In my opinion, we have gave this bear too much already, and he gave us really nothing.
You gave him stuff before without offering him anything, without asking for anything in return. Now he's offering you something in return for more food.
Can I try to intimidate him to give us the information?
You can try, but he's a rather cocky bear.
I would try persuasion, but
Actually, yeah, no. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try and persuade him instead. He'll just be like, Kambora will kind of just be like, look, we've already given you so much. Why do you keep trying to take more from us? Just try and help us, please, so we could get this woman.
You can roll persuasion, but persuasion's probably going to get you a better deal. It's not going to get you free information.
Oh,
He's gonna hear your plight. He's gonna like chuckle and be like, "Well, I'd love some more rations, but it looks like you guys need my information more than I need those rations. Like I can hunt, I can go and kill shit and eat it. Like, but you guys look pretty lost, and these parts can get pretty scary."
Kambora will just kind of like tell the party what
I'm going
he's
to go ahead and just I'm going to go ahead and give him the 2 rations.
Go ahead.
Place it. I'm gonna place it right there, along with the bowl of water, and then I'm gonna give him the kitty eyes with the big old eyes with the. Whee!
Yeah, he's going to disregard you pretty well. He's going to pick up the food, take a sip of water. At this point, your water sack is now empty.
Yep, that's okay.
And he's going to say, "Well, there's some green folk to the right if you travel far enough." and there's been some short people around here that's been rummaging through some ruins close by, and I only really know the right side of the wood really well, but I remember seeing those mouse folk. They seem to be holed up pretty close to here, not too far to the right as well, and their donkey's pretty nice. I want to eat it though, but you know.
Kimbora
You know
will
how it
just
is.
translate this to everybody.
Could you clarify
And
his right, please?
what?
Yeah,
You're
his
right.
right. His right. Where like the right that he's facing. So he's looking at you guys and he's pointing to the right, like
Okay.
to. He's facing you guys, pointing to the right. So the opposite direction of where you guys had come from before.
So this way.
Which way? Yeah, the way that the Trixie's going. Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to say, hey, if you got more food, come by. I've been smelling some pretty good things in the woods, and maybe it's you guys that smell pretty fresh.
Kimbora will slightly growl.
Yeah, man, you can't blame a guy for wanting to live. King of the forest for a reason. Just doing my best to survive.
Or if you go straight ahead, there's the village there who cooks sausages. You can always invade there.
The bear's not stupid.
I'm just saying.
The bear's been hustling you guys.
That's all
You guys
I'm
aren't
about.
hustling him with that tidbit.
Go ahead.
Fairness,
Go
The
to
bear
the
hustles
village.
Finn more than anybody, and then Trixie the most.
Hey man,
Let's
can't
move
hate a guy for hustling. He just wants food.
Look,
I
I was
don't
just
mind.
trying to be
Trixie doesn't mind.
nice. I was trying
Hey,
to be
man.
nice.
Some
To be
people
fair, Trixie is
return
a
niceness.
doll.
Some people don't.
You always hustle with Sin. You don't ever do anything nice in this world anymore. You hustle.
Hey, no, she befriended those bears from before. Those ones were pretty nice.
Yeah.
Just depends on the character, the person.
But you always hustle.
All right.
For example, those
Fuck 'em.
bears did give you information.
Fuck this bear. He's been useless the whole time.
I agree.
All right, let's just wander off to where we're
Let's just
gotta
leave.
go.
Let's just leave. Let's just fuck
Get
them.
outta
Yeah,
here.
we're just leaving.
Whoa,
We're
Next
just
time,
gonna leave.
next time I see a giant cat, I'm gonna.
Tomorrow is
gonna
fucking
tackle it.
living and pissed and all sorts of things.
Hey, this bear's gonna be smirking, like his mouth is wet. There's like slime going down, and he's just gonna be waving you guys, being like, "Oh, today was a great day." Oh.
Kimbora would just kind of flip him the bear version of a bird.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's just waving. He's like, "I love you guys. Come back soon."
This
Kiss
bear's
my
like, I
ass.
just got a free meal and a drink. God damn.
Oh,
Those fucking
Borrow.
bears are dumb as fuck.
Borrow.
goddamn bears.
Okay.
Borrow. Up.
Kimbora will
as you
pick,
guys
Trixie up.
approach, can someone roll perception?
I can.
So
10.
you hear what sounds like maybe pickaxes to your right, and it's like someone murmuring. You can't understand what they're saying, but you do hear what sounds like could be mining.
I will inform the party that I hear something. I'm not quite sure of where. It might be our right. It might be our left.
Well,
If they're mining, they can get the meteorite out of the walkway.
you folks are really fascinated by that useless rock thing that all it did was land me in this no good place.
You'd be surprised by the properties that are in meteorites.
I honestly don't care.
Oh, fellow humanoids! Greetings! It is I, Sir Lord.
As you yell this out, these gnomes who have been distracted working, they hear you and they shoot up, alert, scared. One of them readies what looks like a primitive pistol, while the other one has a slingshot, and another one pulls out a spell book. As they're looking at you guys, being like, "Oh my god, who are you? What the fuck? Where'd you come from?" Like, "Oh my god."
I'm gonna go. Halt! Stop! Tell
They're like-
the
they're-
party to stop moving.
They're gonna look at you guys and they're like, hey, we don't mean any harm, just we're just working here, just leave us be, you got no reason to fight us. We got nothing too
Yes.
valuable on us?
You have nothing to fear. I am a noble warrior of the Thraxian Nebula. Yes, Sir Glorb is I. Hello. I am a humanoid just like you.
The gnome tinker is gonna look at you with his pistol. And he's gonna be like, what? What? From where? Doing
Exactly.
what? Why is this slime can talk? What's going on here?
I prefer the term plasmoid. Now, do you have any beer and or wine and or spirits?
He's gonna look at you. He's gonna be like, he pulls like a bottle of whiskey and he'd be like, I have whiskey if you don't kill us.
I will not kill you in exchange for that whiskey.
Okay, perfect. And he just puts down the bottle of whiskey on the ground in front of him.
That's
And
fun.
he takes a step back. You see a little dog beside him, scampering like
I'm gonna get 10 feet away from the whiskey, and then I'm just gonna grow a third arm. It's just gonna be a little tentacle, and it's just
As
gonna
the third
reach
arm
out.
comes out, they're all gonna be like ready. They're stopping on. They're like, "What the fuck is that? Holy shit! What are you doing?"
I'm just
Huh?
grabbing the whiskey, and then the third arm just like extends and stretches to grab the whiskey and just like slingshot it back towards me.
They're like freaked out. They have no clue what they are. Like these guys are scholars, and they have no notes on you. They don't understand what the fuck you are. They're like fear of the unknown is kicking in here. Like they're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You can see that like one of them with the slingshot is like he's more inquisitive than the other one as he's like staring you down. And you can tell that he maybe has like a bottle of acid in his slingshot, and he's just staring at you like, would this even work on that thing? Like, what is that thing? What is it made out of?
The third arm is just going to like open the container of the whiskey and just like reach it over my skull, lack of skull, just my head shape, and it's just gonna pour the whiskey directly into like the top of my head.
Can you make a Constitution save? This is pretty strong stuff.
Oh, that's what I like to hear.
Hell yeah, brother.
So as a slime, I have resistance to acid and poison, and I have advantage to throws against being poisoned. Alcohol is technically a poison. Do I therefore have advantage?
So for the fun of it, I'm gonna say no because you getting drunk could be funny.
Oh my god.
Oh right, it's just con, not regular dice roll. Oh, 19 plus whatever my con modifier is.
Yeah, you like it hits pretty hard. You're feeling the buzz. You're not like head over heels, but if you go for another one, there's a good chance you're going to be pretty shit faced.
Wow,
You might want to slow down.
this is fantastic. How did you brew such a fine concoction? I've never had anything quite like it. I'm just gonna like sit down on this ledge. I have like got my weapon like on my back, like or a stick on my back. I guess it doesn't really look very weaponly.
The gnome alchemist is going to like somewhat cheer up. He's going to be like, I brewed it back at home. We before we got sent out to God knows where to check out some ruins. I'm a pretty good brewmaster. If you don't kill me, maybe we can help you get some more sometime. Us gnomes are pretty well known for alcohol. Even the dwarves gotta fight us over which ones are better.
Oh, that's fantastic. Hey, everyone, these are some fine folk right here. Some fine humanoids. Come grab a chair, or a ledge. I don't know. Don't worry, we won't kill you. I won't anyways. I don't know. The giant cat might eat you if it gets hungry. I've seen it. Apparently they eat their own.
Cambora will kind of like look at the slime in confusion and just be like, "Me not a cat, me a bear."
So these people are going to be very very put off seeing you guys approach as they see what looks like a possessed doll is coming towards them, an angel, a weird slime, a big flaming bear, what looks like a skeleton, and then they're not as turned off by the cobalt. The cobalt, they're like, oh yeah, we've seen some of those on our adventures, Usually they stay on a mountain, but that's the least scariest thing here. And they're looking around, they're like, okay, I know we're kind of strange in these parts, but you guys look pretty weird. I don't even know what half of you guys are, and I'm a scholar. Like, I take notes and research creatures and chemicals, and I got no clue what that thing is. And he's pointing out like Trixie, and then he's
I don't
pointing
know
at
what
Glorb.
you
He's
are.
like, and you guys got what looks like an angel with you. Like, why are you here? Where did you come from? Like, are you
Where did you come
did you
from?
come
Where
down to
did you
smite
go? Where'd
someone?
you come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
Up there? I just point at the sky. I'm like, somewhere up there.
He's going to take out what looks like a notepad, and he's going to be like writing notes. He's like somewhat sketching what Glorb looks like, and writing a note, being like, "It came from space."
I suppose my question to you, fine humanoids, is what are you doing out here? You are not like the humans that are a little taller than you, I suppose, but you look identical.
He's gonna be like, well, we're gnomes. We're a band of adventurer gnomes. We were trying to avoid the human settlement because that settlement used to be monster neutral, but the priests took it over recently, and now it's just a cesspool for adventurers and the Pope's minions. But it used to be a nice town. We're trying to stay out of their way so that they don't come and kill us all. We were trying to explore these ruins here, but a meteor came by last night, and then pieces of it had broken off and closed up the ruins. And we've tried everything we can to open it, but at this point, we're probably going to end up heading back to our hometown.
Oh, is it
Can
nearby?
It's about like six nights of travel. We were hoping to find something in here that could help protect us, but these ancient ruins have been completely destroyed. There's no way in, and even if there were, the structural integrity is fucked. Our tinkerer here is an expert in archaeology, and she says that even if we went in there, there would be no point. At this point, any significance of these ruins have been destroyed by that bloody meteor.
Oh, that's terrible. Just a darn shame. Are your people, would they attack us on sight if we were to walk on in?
If you don't attack us and you come up friendly, probably they won't attack you. There's a lot of non-human races and villages that won't attack you, but there's also equally as many that would.
can
Good.
can Boro just be like, can we come with you? So
No.
so you can vouch for us?
We got to get them to pay us to take us for us to guide, protect them. You don't want to make it look like we want to go with them.
As much as we would love to go on an adventure with you guys, I'm not sure about that. Like, I don't know. We might not be going straight home from here. You could be like doddering around. We don't
protect-
really know you guys all that well either, and
We can protect.
we were just here for the runes.
I have a question for you, Mr. Dwarf.
Dwarf? The one close to you is the Tinkerer, and the old man's going to like scruff his mustache and be like, "You think a dwarf could look this prestige? You think a dwarf could have a mechanical arm like this? Us gnomes are way smarter than those beer-doting rockheads."
Excuse me, my eyesight must not be good with the fog.
Yeah, you can see a small pug dog beside this guy's foot, like kind of like sitting beside him, nipping, like almost sassing you with his master.
Oh, you be nice.
Like the dog would, like the dog would listen to you.
The dog is almost taller than me. That's pretty sad.
The dog, they're like they're just watching you. They're kind of like a standoff here, They're a little uncomfortable that you guys are so close to them, and you can tell that they're pretty uncomfortable. But they have some equipment. They seem to be prepared.
You with the vial of goop, share in this drink with me. Give him some of the whiskey.
Oh, you're offering some of the whiskey. I thought you were asking what's in, like you want some of his vial, and he was about to say that's not a drink, but you're offering some of the whiskey. He's going to look at you. He's going to scruffle his face a little bit. And he's going to okay, and he's going to take one, like a sip of it. He's going to hit it. He does not make the con save. He takes a sip and then he's like, oh, this is good, and he downs it. He's like, oh, I'm such a good brewmaster, and he's now like tipsy. He's now stammering a little bit. He looks like he's a little drunk, and he's like, oh yeah, that hit the fucking spot. Oh, ooh.
See, we have shared in drink. Now we are no longer strangers. As I said, I am Sir Glorb, but I have not learned your names.
Well, my name is Tom. The gruffy guy over there's name is Augustus, and his dog's name is Sir Pugsy. And the quiet one in the back, her name's Jennifer.
And this dog, it is the leader of your group?
Yeah, sometimes you can say that when he really needs to go.
I see.
Cambora
I
will
will-
kind of kneel down to the dog, and the dog, he can understand the dog, right? Because it's animal speak, right?
Yeah.
Cambora will
Yeah.
just kind of like Cambora will just start having a conversation with the dog.
What's the dog doing?
What do you want, big guy? What do you want? I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. What?
He'll just start saying,
my big guy can protect me. We got this.
he'll Sorry, go ahead.
We got this. You wanna go? I'm not scared of you, not at all. You can't prove it. He's gonna be yammering. He's gonna somewhat sound like he's gonna fight, but you can tell his tail is like shivering a little bit. And he's scampering there, but like, hey, you wanna go? Huh? We can win this. It's three of us, but we're pretty strong. We're adventurers. We can defend ourselves. I've been with this guy. We've seen some shit. We fucked up a wyvern once. And we're not scared of you. We'll fuck you up if you try to fight us.
Cambora will kind of do a toothy grin and kind of chuckle a little and just be like, "Good boy."
As you say that, he actually retreats behind his master. He's like almost peeing himself at the toothy grin, and he say "good boy," and his tail wags a little bit. He's like, "Don't you trust me, talk me? You don't scare me."
Cambora will kind of like explain to the dog that they're here to be friendly, and that we're talking with their owner, with his owners, and discussing like maybe coming by like the village and stuff to say hi. and stuff.
He says that at the village there's not many outsiders. That there's not many new people. They usually try to stay to themselves, and they usually only do contracts with the harpies and the dwarves because they don't want to get involved with the human wars.
Cambora will kind of nod a little, and
The dog's more forthcoming with information because the dog doesn't know what to say. Like the dog doesn't know not to say stuff. Not many people ever talk to a dog.
Smart dog.
he'll kind of like ask the dog a little bit like what his home is like, if there's running water or anything, what kind of people, like what kind, like are there stores, or is there a blacksmith, stuff like that.
I really regret giving you the ability to talk to animals because like the dog's not going to hold back on this stuff, and the humans are like the gnomes are. So the dogs might be like, well, the place usually smells like steam, and there's a lot of water. Usually, it's not really groundwater, and we're in a place pretty well surrounded by water a lot of the time, but we don't drink that water. That water is not for swimming or drinking. It's salty, but the water we have, it's tasty. It's good. It's a nice place. It's mostly just short people. My master sometimes rides me. Like we go places. Yeah, my name is Pugsy, and it's on my collar. It's what the ladies call me too.
He'll ask like, is there like stores there? Is there a blacksmith as well?
Ah, there's tons of stores and tons of blacksmiths. My master here got me a nice cool saddle. It's comfy. He even got me a little battle helmet for when we're in fight time. He once loaded me in a cannon and launched me at someone.
He'll kind of like look at the dog, kind of like, what the fuck? Like the
The
what
dog is
the
part of the
fuck?
party. He's a weapon.
Um,
And then he'll kind of like do a hearty laugh a little bit, and then he'll like kneel down slightly and like pat his hands together like come like a come here type of motion, and just be like
You know,
he'll just be like, "Can I pet you?"
as friendly as you're being, I don't feel comfortable getting close to you. You got big hands, and last bear we saw recently tried to eat me. So yeah, probably no.
He'll just be like, I guarantee I will not try to eat you. I promise." And
I'm good.
he'll kind of
I'm
like
good.
look a little sad, flatten his ears a little, and just be like, "Okay."
Yeah,
um,
I'm the cute one, not you. You're not doing the puppy eye dogs. I'm the master of puppy eyes.
He'll kind of like laugh heartily, and he'll just be like, "You're right on that."
Yeah. Anyone else
um,
want to talk to the gnomes instead of just abusing the dog for information, please?
I'm not
well,
abusing the
I was
dog.
gonna ask. I was gonna ask if they knew where the water was being blocked for this area, and then maybe if they could help us move or unblock whatever it is that's stopping the water.
Augustus laughs, a hearty laugh. He goes, oh, "You mean the human's magic? Yeah, we don't deal with that. We'd rather not be involved in whatever you guys are doing because last thing we need to do is piss off the church. You know, as much as we'd love to, we've evolved past having to use groundwater. We use what are they called? Fuck. Um,
Ocean water? Salt water?
it's the things we use. It catches water in the air and
Moisture
Dehumidifiers?
farming?
Humidifiers?
humidifiers. Yeah, let's
It'd
go.
be like a dehumidifier. It'd be the opposite.
Yeah, well, they catch the water from the air and they store it in containers.
Yeah.
I remember the
Vapor
word.
collector.
Yeah. Anyways, moisture collector. Let's go with that. We've progressed past that. We're not really concerned. Some of these nature areas get rather messed up, especially close to human settlements, but it's not our problems. We're kind of staying out of this
And how do you know it's human magic that's blocking it?
because it's always around the human settlements, and a lot of those bald humans that are involved with the church keep doing these symbols on the ground using the bones of various races to cast magic. It's
Do you
kind of
mind
we've
if
seen.
could you show us where that symbol is so we could see?
No, like it's in the village. Like we're not taking you to the village. Last thing we're going to do is go there. Like even if
Oh,
you
I
threaten
thought
our
you
lives,
meant,
it's just death going over there.
I
They
thought you
probably
meant it
did
was
it
wrong.
at a temple or a farm ground or something.
How many are in the village? How many live there? Do you know their numbers?
Well, the village used to be plentiful and used to be friendly, and now I wouldn't say there's too many people there, but there's definitely a decent amount of them. A lot of the priests move in and their families. They pretty much just kicked out the old villagers or sent them off to a camp to work.
Less than 100? More than 100?
Oh, way less than 100. I'd probably say like 30.
50? 30? All combatants? Or children?
A mix of children and combatants. Like, those priests will like. I don't know about you, but we definitely wouldn't be fighting the priests. They're pretty strong.
Are they relatively new, or have they been there for a while?
Well, we came around here. We were here last time we were at these ruins was about 8 months ago, and last time we were here, that village was friendly. We just got here probably about 5 days ago to work on the ruins and check out stuff and maybe unearth some stuff, and by that time, while we were here, we saw them sending off some people in carts, and there was a lot less people, and we saw a priest there, so we knew not to go into the village.
In
It's on our
the
first
magic
time seeing priests.
ritual,
Huh?
can you make a sketch of what it looked like, if you recall?
Well, we've seen these symbols before in our adventures and through history and scouting, but the symbols are often the shape of something that looks like a circle with a zigzag symbol in the middle.
Symbol. Dang it.
So a circle with a lightning bolt, essentially.
Not exactly a lightning bolt, but yeah, something similar.
Squiggly line.
Circle.
It's they often use the bones to channel with it. They grind up bones and make it into this very thin powder that allows them to channel divinity through it. However, this divine symbol seems to allow them to prosper while stealing from people close by. So the symbol will allow them to have plentiful water, but will dry up the forest around them. So a lot of those human settlements prosper pretty well. Well, they do whatever they need to survive.
Do you recall if there was multiple sigils or just one?
Most settlements usually have a couple.
Okay. You've been out here for 5 days. Have you noticed anything besides the village that is unusual? Or,
from our experience, you don't mess with the house on the hill all the way past the village. That place is pretty spooky. There's a cave where there's some maniacal guy laughing in it ever so often. We try to avoid that. And there's some weird house not too far from here that upwards to the right that has a few rather weird sounds coming from it. I remember this bear attacking this guy, and he wasn't too far from us. We were kind of like just watching to make sure he didn't come up on us, and this guy was dragging two rat men, or sorry, three mouse men, and when the bear fought this guy, the two mouse men got away, and one of them got dragged away.
any ideas where the mouseman went?
Hey, it's not really our problem. We were kind of just watching and, minding our own business. It was kind of funny. This bear seemed to really want this guy's backpack and pants.
Yes, we talked to that bear earlier.
You talked to the bear?
Well, I talked to the bear.
See, like when you're talking animal speak, you make growling sounds and such. So they didn't really know what you were saying to the dog. So like, what do you mean you talked to the bear? You're gonna see Augustus like somewhat pick up his dog and hold him a little closer.
Oh my goodness.
He's adding two and two together now.
We don't want your dog. We don't want your dog.
It's not about wanting the dog. He's realized you can talk to animals.
He'll kind of like shrug a little bit and not really say much.
He's gonna like keep his hand over the dog's mouth and be like, he needs some food. I'm gonna just take him out back to give him some food.
Kambaro will kind of look at the guy and just be like, kind of like look at him a little confused.
This guy's going to take this guy. If you guys aren't like doing anything, this guy's just going to take his dog and go behind here and just he's going to feed him and just you're going to see the spellcaster like somewhat takes his spot, like stand somewhat between you guys and him, just to be like, oh hey, trying to be a little inconspicuous.
He'll kind of shrug a little and just kind of like turn and like start walking away, sorta.
Oh shit! Where did my character go now?
You're right here. You're right here. You're right next to me.
Thank you.
Appreciate the drink.
Can I take a glance at the entrance of this cave or ruins that they're trying to enter to see if it's actually completely sealed?
Yeah, you can. Roll me an investigation and roll me a history.
Oh. Here's investigation. And then here.
So you can tell that they are completely caved in. There's no way anyone's getting in and out of there.
There's
And as you inspect the runes, it looks like you've seen this type of runes in the past in your history books. This definitely looks like something from more of the animatronic ages, from more of automaton's race. So it looks to be some sort of runes that was once used for machine development. It was something they would often decorate, and the rune signing on it, like the symbols on it, would indicate that it was something that would maybe have housed something like a golem.
I write a note, but I don't make it do anything too visual, and then I just follow with the group.
Right.
And I'll share it once I'm out of range of the gnomes.
Right.
That was some damn good whiskey.
Bones, you going to do anything? You've just been quiet in the corner.
I've just been watching.
All right. You gonna follow your buddies, or are you just gonna keep on watching?
I'll follow the buddies. None of them look strong enough for me to arm wrestle.
Once out of
I hope you don't say that out
earshot.
loud, or you might start a fight with Augustus.
I'd definitely say it out loud.
Oh, Augustus going to like smirk up and be like, "Hey, I can take you in an arm wrestle. I ain't scared of you."
Bones will kind of huff, and he'll just walk over to him. All right, see what you got. Come on.
You're going to see the dog like barking and be like, he's like pep talking his guy. He's going to get down range position. He's going to be on top of a rock just so that you guys are closer in height, and he's going to roll.
Christ, I went far. And 19. You rolled a 1.
As you guys get into position, you guys, your hands clasped. Your bone is pulsing. You are ready to just destroy this tiny man. You hear the dog barking, pepping him up. Things are getting hyped. This guy looks like the brow of his fucking mustache is sweating. He's ready. He's ready. He's gonna show you what's what. And as your hands clasp together, I think you broke my wrist. Oh, your grip was too strong. And before you guys can even arm wrestle, it's like his wrist has been dislocated. It's the moment your hands clasp, your bones he put so much force just into that he hurt his own wrist. I'll arm wrestle you later if you're around before we leave. I'm not chickening out.
Looks to his colleague. Do they react negatively, or how do they react?
Oh, his buddies, the spellcaster like snickers, just been like, and the tinkerer is just going. The alchemist is just going to sip back some whiskey. That's some good shit.
Cambora will do a hearty chuckle, seeing it.
Yeah, Cambora can chuckle.
I'll double down if you want. I'll use my left hand this time.
Okay, yeah. And he's gonna pop up his other arm as his other hand goes like kind of limp off to the side. He's like, yeah. And the dog's pepping up.
But if I win,
Cambora can hear him. Get him, man. Get him. We're gonna kick his butt. Yeah.
If I win, I keep your dog.
Oh!
He's gonna look at you. He's going to hold his breath for a moment. He's like, I can't. I can't do that. No.
Bones will take his huge giant bone and he'll put it down, and with his free hand he'll put his hand on his shoulder and go, "It's okay. One day you'll have strong bones."
He's just gonna sink his head. This old man has been humiliated. He feels really shitty. He's gonna sink his hand. The dog's gonna whimper and put its tail down as he can tell that the owner has been defeated. And he's just going to, like, somewhat nestle his dislocated wrist as he's just standing there.
Cambora will look at the dog and just be like, "Good boy."
Fuck. Alright. No,
Yeah,
you
I'm
guys
gonna
continue.
walk away.
I can't help myself. I love the doggy.
Such a fucking anime moment. He's like, nobody's here strong enough, and he's like, ah. Yeah, okay.
Sir Glob tries to attack Bones.
Oh yeah,
I laugh.
You allow it.
yeah,
No, Sir Glob's not August.
yeah.
No, your buddy. Your buddy just attacked you.
I'll put my fucking bone in him.
Alright.
JJ!
Hey, Sir Glob, can you roll perception?
Perceptione. Perceptione. Here we go. Oh, wait. Normal.
Where is the glob? Oh, there he is. Okay.
So you hear the sounds of what
17.
sounds like some snarling and some barking. To your right.
Oh, shit. There's some doggos. They look the same as that other four-legged creature.
You can tell that there's like, just based off the sound, you can tell that there's at least 5 of them.
Kimber.
They sound pretty vicious, and it sounds like they're munching into something and ripping something apart.
Kimber
Pass
was
this
gonna
info
watch
on to.
Kimber
I'll pass
was
this on
gonna.
to everyone.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I was just gonna have Cambora walk over to the slime and just be like, "Hey,
Yeah, there's
Won't get
some
those
dogs
songs.
over there.
Can you move Trixie for me?
yeah, I can move Trixie for you. There you go."
Yeah.
More dogs lie in the woods.
Can Cambora try to listen in on the snarling and stuff? Are they
Yeah, roll perception.
perception? Okay. Yeet.
I really gotta talk to you about your animal speak.
Why?
Oh, you're chill. Anyways, you can hear these animals. They're talking and murmuring back together, just saying, "Oh yeah, this is great meat. Fuck! I can't believe we caught that deer. Meat.
Cambora will kind
You
of.
sound like 4 of them are chanting about how good this meat is, while one of them sounds more stoic as he's like, "Don't worry, boys, I'll keep us well fed. The next piece of meat that comes by here, I'll take down real quick, and we won't have to worry about food for a little while."
He'll relay this to the party.
Charge!
Why?
Understood.
Why are you a murder hobo?
I will say, dogs are some of the more sensible creatures, as they definitely know about bones. They love to chew on bones. They love to fetch bones.
Kimboro will kind of like look at Bones like, did you not just hear what I said?
Yes, but look at me. I'm made of bones. They can't necessarily, eat the flesh from my bones, because there is no flesh.
You know, they can chew bones. It's a great source of calcium.
They could chew bones. It would be good for their teeth.
Yeah, great for their teeth.
I don't know if necessarily that would kill me, because my bones are strong, so that would probably break their teeth. But I understand. You have the fleshy skin and, organs to worry about. Would you like me to talk to them?
Oh, Lord,
wouldn't
not
be
by
able
yourself.
You wouldn't be able to talk to them anyways.
I happen to know the most democratic form of speech. It's called arm wrestling.
They don't have arms.
Wrestle.
They've got paws.
It hasn't failed him yet.
It hasn't failed me yet.
I mean, he has a point. I say just let him try.
What's the worst that could happen?
And they're really
We get
probably
Yeah,
into a
the
fight and
fighter.
I
have
have
to
an
kill
idea.
them.
Perhaps I can, like, wrap around you like a slimy armor, like muscles, like the tissue.
You want to be the skin to my bones?
Oh,
I can be
What
the
is-
skin to your bones.
Wouldn't he just dissolve though?
My bones are strong enough to, I
Slowly.
think, withstand, you know?
Slowly, he might dissolve, but he's bones. He's got very strong bones on him. I'm sure he could resist it.
Do what you guys want.
I'm down. Fuck it. Why not?
I would help you in your arm wrestling, so to speak.
Wouldn't it be out of never mind.
I mean,
You guys can do whatever you want.
No, but let's try it. Why not? You know, you could.
I'm just trying to give you advantages, all.
You only die once.
All it takes is
Let's do
one.
it. Let's do it.
As
Come
you
through-
guys approach, do you guys approach stealthily or
No. Make a lot of
no?
noise.
No, my gosh.
So
Okay.
you hear like a thump and like a squish.
So you see these wolves whip around, and the moment you appear, they start encircling you. Oops. Sorry. That glitched. Oh, the wolf gone. I lost the wolf.
You got
He's
one
there, too.
down.
One down already. Easy.
No, I tabbed me out, and the wolf went flying. Anyway, so the wolf's going to like turn. They're going to turn. They're all going to turn. You can see blood on their maws as what looks like out of nowhere, another wolf actually just like comes out of the woods beside you before another wolf comes out of the woods beside you. As you guys are now circled by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wolves, you can see another wolf off the center, munching down on what looks like a deer. As you guys see another few wolves come out of the woods, looking at you guys.
My word.
Can I roll a nature or survival check to see which one is the alpha? Or the top?
You can, but it's quite distinct that the one off to itself is most likely the leader.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sweet.
I lost myself. Uh-oh, I lost myself.
I'm
Somewhere.
gonna throw this out
Probably
anyway
gonna
because it
be
won't let me go away.
With your survival check, you're able to quickly acknowledge the fact that the wolf off to one side is definitely the leader. But these wolves
That's
look rather vicious. They seem to be gray wolves, and they seem to be rather organized and pretty hungry from the looks of it. They are looking at you a little puzzled as they don't really smell meat on you, but they're still inquisitive. You can even notice that there actually is a one wolf that's up in a tree by the 3 other wolves. This wolf seems to be somewhat scouting as it's peering down at you guys with its face like popped out of the branches of the tree.
All right, I know how this works. Watch this. Bones is gonna point at the alpha, which is this one, right? The one in the middle, like far out.
Yeah.
You're gonna point to the alpha, yeah.
I'm gonna point at him, and then I'm gonna point down to the ground.
This wolf peers at you and
then,
starts approaching. You can hear it snarling and its tail is now down as you've drawn its attention. And
I'm gonna reach into my backpack.
Kamburo can hear it as it barks out the words, "Are you challenging me?"
She doesn't relay that to me though, right?
No, she doesn't relay that to you. She can hear it from afar though.
And then I'll reach into my backpack and pull out some rations, and I'll kind of like, try and split it up a little bit. So let's say I pull out maybe 4 days of rations and just kind of feed the other ones. And then I'll keep pointing at the main one, telling them to come here.
So you can see these wolves encircling you. The wolves that are from afar are now approaching as though they're getting ready to like entrap you. You can see the wolves like somewhat moving around you. They're not as they're somewhat drawn to the rations, but they're not as drawn into the rations as they are the threat in front of them. They're somewhat well organized group of wolves, and as that's going on, you can see that like you guys almost have your exit cut off as the alpha is now like actively approaching. As he sees the rations, his tail is still down, his ears are still up, and he's taking step after step as he gets closer.
Let's see. How do I arm wrestle a dog? How am I gonna arm wrestle this guy?
Camboro can hear the words shouted out. Are you trying to bribe me, skeleton? You ain't the first that we fucked up, but you're the weirdest. Skeletons are usually, not sentient, so the fact that you just whipped out rations and plopped it down kind of has them more alarmed, because you very well could be a smart enemy, and a smart enemy is harder to mess with than a dumb enemy. There's still that one wolf in the tree. He's not coming down. He's chilling up there. He's a lookout.
I'll wait for him to get closer.
You're on wait. You're on okay. So your exit is now just like completely cut off, as they can now see that the wolves have now circled you. The entire pack has now circled you, so you are surrounded by like the non-alpha wolves, as the alpha stands at the edge of the circle, as they keep like somewhat of a gateway open for him, and he approaches cautiously as he sniffs the rations, trying to figure out if they're poisoned or drugged or anything. He's not as barkative as he was before, as he's more inquisitive at like, what are you doing?
And then so I can't wrestle. But what I'll do is I'll pull out some rope, tie a knot to the other end, and then kind of like motion him to grab it.
He's not looking very puzzled. Yeah, I think he's trying to
tug of war.
Yeah, he's not taking the bait. He's watching you. He's inquisitive, but he's the alpha of his pack. His decision decides like live or die for his group, and he doesn't really know what you're trying to achieve with the rope. As far as he's concerned, maybe you're trying to trap him or leash him or something. And his tail is still down, his ears are still shot back, and he's still growling at you.
Bones will kind of motion, like he'll kind of tighten the rope, kind of like pull, and then he'll kind of throw the knotted side towards him and make like little snake movements. Come on, boy.
Yeah. While you're doing that, he paws at the rations, tossing them to the side, so that one wolf on like a couple wolves on the right can eat the rations, and a couple wolves on the left can eat the rations. He doesn't personally touch the rations himself, as he's licking the blood off of his mouth before he starts walking backwards away from you. As he returns to the deer's body, he grabs like a bone from it, pulling the bone from the body before returning it to you, tossing it, like holding it in his mouth as he's staring at you, and he starts grinding the bone between his teeth, I guess in an attempt to somewhat intimidate you, trying to figure out what you want.
So he's just grinding the bones? The bone?
Yeah. You think it's kind of funny. Like, it's not intimidating at all to you.
I think he's offering it to me, so I'll reach out and grab it.
As you do that,
or I won't take it from him, but I'll like kind of open my hand and put it towards him.
Yeah, he doesn't trust you at all. He doesn't know what you are. He doesn't know what you're trying to achieve. And as you get close to him, you know what? Roll charisma. Roll me a charisma.
Charisma.
Rism. We're gonna riz this dude.
Take a riz check.
I'm gonna try to let you riz him.
Riz check.
Riz check.
So he's somewhat curious what you want with the bone, so he's going to let you take it from him. He's going to like drop it closer to you before walking back to the body to grab another bone, and he rips out like a large like femur and like, walks back to you while staring at you.
Alright, I roll animal handling and I throw the bone. Will he play fetch with me?
You can try, but he watches the bone sail past him. He's really confused, and he looks at you as he continues to grind the new bone in his mouth. Not at all interested in the bone you just threw.
Alright. Give me that one. Give me.
You can try to roll charisma again.
11.
He doesn't give you the bone. As you reach for it, you can tell his tail is like sunken, his ears are shot back, and he actually breaks the bone in his mouth, like snaps it in two, as he's like crunching the bones between his teeth, the bone fragments between his teeth as he's watching you. He's going to roll intimidation again. He does a 12. You don't like you find him a little spooky, but you don't find him too spooky that you're like shaking your boots. You just like you get the message that he's telling you that if you're fucking with him, he'll break your bone.
Bones will look to Larry or Sir Glorb and will be like, I don't know what next steps are here. Like, how do we communicate with these things?
I can communicate with them.
Oh,
Watch
alright.
as yes, I can let them feel my emotions.
Oh.
They
How
just
do you
need
do
to
that?
touch. They just need to touch me, or I
Oh.
touch them.
Okay.
I'll grow a fucking tentacle arm, and reach it out.
Could you roll Dex and Charisma?
Dex as in acrobatics.
Yeah. Acrobatics and Charisma.
Sure. Acrobatics, oh yeah. That's a 22 for acrobatics, and then charisma, as in like persuasion.
Yeah.
Cool. Whew. That's a natural 20.
Yeah, you're
So he doesn't really know what's going on. You quickly reach out your tentacle and you get on him, and before he can get hostile, he feels your emotions, and he feels that you don't mean him any harm. So he steps back. The other wolves like are prepared to jump you because they're extremely hostile the moment you touch like the alpha. But he snaps back what sounds like an order as the dogs somewhat disperse a little bit to go back to their meal.
And I just basically emote that like my guy just wants a playful challenge or to be best friends.
You can emote the feeling of not being hostile, or you can emote the feeling of playful, but he can still interpret it other ways. Like, you can get your emotion across, but you can't get the meaning across, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me how you feel.
I feel safe, like I'm amongst friends and family.
He's going to like he's not going to like fully go out of attack mode here, but you can tell his tail is now like at level with him as his ears aren't as sunken back, and he looks at you puzzled at like what this slime is doing, but he understands the intent and he turns away from you and goes back to the center of his pack to continue munching on this deer as he turns back at you. You can see that the wolves are resuming their food, and the one above is still watching from above as he doesn't get to eat yet.
Well, I think that's it, really. We just fucked with some wolves.
Yeah.
didn't really go the way I wanted it to. I don't know.
Just go and wrestle them, don't you? Gotta go get the bear.
Ooh, yeah.
At least they didn't attack you guys. It's not like they can understand what you guys like. You're lucky the slime is there. The slime was inside of you, because like they did like all you did was swinging a rope at them. Like they don't understand the concept you're trying to establish with them of like playing with them, because they're used to like fighting.
Absolutely. But we warmed them up, so let's go see if maybe the bear will accompany us this time. But we warmed up the crowd.
Yeah, they're not hostile. You definitely made them unhostile to you guys. They're
Their bones
But
have
with
been
a bear
soothed.
in addition, that's a little
Let's see.
meat involved. I'm just saying.
Don't- Bones will walk back and explain what happened. He's like,
Kimbora
yeah,
will
they're totally chill now. If you want to come in and translate, that'd be kind of cool.
Kimbara will kind of just sigh and shake his head a bit and proceed to just like begin walking towards
Yeah.
there.
So I was thinking, right, since they can't arm wrestle, they don't have
the bear.
arms.
The wolves spike up right away as they smell Camboro approaching. They have formed a line once more.
I just like reach out my tentacle, not lunging at any of them, and just offer it because maybe the alpha will just come and understand. Maybe he'll
Sis, you
voluntarily
don't want
touch
to
the
follow
tentacle.
Kimboro. You don't want to follow Kimboro, sis. Kimboro will just kind of snort a little bit.
The alpha will approach, and he'll put his paw towards the tentacle, and he will allow it to communicate with them once more.
What do you chill? It's peace. We're at peace.
He looks at you puzzled, then he looks at the bear, and you can tell off of just his body expression that he doesn't trust the peace that you're offering. You're presenting a big bear, and these like Kamboro can hear them muttering bear, 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 bear.
This is what you're gonna tell him. You see that?
And the alpha is going to snarl.
You tell him to grab the rope with the knot, and if he can outpull me, then he wins. All right, you tell him. That's his challenge.
Kimboro will kind of shrug and translate it.
The wolf's tails like shoot up in alert as Kamboro is able to communicate with them. They are extremely surprised, as bears usually don't talk to wolves. And Alpha is going to like quiet them down, like howl over them, being like, "Shut up, guys, shut up." And
I got
they're
this.
going to look at the rope, and he's going to like approach the rope, and he is going to say, "There is honor among the pack."
Hell yeah.
And he's going to clap down his jaw onto the rope while keeping full eye contact with you, as it feels like he's testing the rope to see A, if it's strong enough, and B, if it's like poisoned or a trap. And then his teeth are going to dig into the rope.
Kimboro will translate like what he said, like the honor among the pack, and kind of insinuate that I guess he's willing to do it.
All right. There's my athletics.
I'm part of your. I'm trying to help you on your roll.
Do I get advantage because he's on top of me? He's reinforcing me.
So
I'm trying to use the help action.
I will let you roll advantage.
All right. Or even if you want to add like a bonus to the roll.
Oh, he has a bonus.
No. Him being on me gives me a bonus to the roll.
No, I don't mind you rolling advantage, but the wolf has a bonus. He has a +4.
Oh my god, you saw that? It got stuck. That's totally a cheat.
Yeah, so the wolf has a 20. So as you guys are like pulling, the wolf plants its feet firm. Its eyes lock yours, as you can tell that it has a competitive nature. It's unrelenting. It will not be shown up in front of its pack like this. And with honor among the pack and its pride on the line, it plops its paws firmly into the ground, and with one single yank, it pulls, causing Bones to fall apart as his arm like flops, still holding the rope, across where you could somewhat say the medium line was.
There you go.
Having seen this scene, Kimboro will let out a hearty laugh, and then just kind of
2 out of 3. Tell him 2 out of 3.
He'll reply 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
The wolf will acknowledge your plight, and he will accept.
Hell yeah, this wolf knows what's up. I'm liking him. I'm liking him better already.
Man, this is supposed to be a combat.
Oh my god. He
It's a
gives me
combat
advantage,
of
though.
sorts.
I gave advantage on the first roll.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you try. You got a 17? Okay, I'll let you keep that. He has a 21.
Yeah, he wants
So,
it.
again, he pulls. This time you try to lock your bones into place, but he's still able to drag you past that line as you're brought in closer to the pack this time. As all of them seem to be more in a cheery mood as they see what looks like their alpha playing with this skeleton.
Alright. Kamboro told him he has defeated me, and I will give him a full ration just for himself.
Kamboro will relay the message to him.
He will lock eyes with you, and he will take what looks like a full bow to you in like as showing a sign of respect and acknowledging your defeat. He will then he won't approach you as he's still, it's not like he's going to completely approach a stranger, but you can tell that his tail is wagging. You can tell that he lets go of the rope. His tail is wagging. His ears are up. He looks a lot happier and very not hostile.
Good boy.
That's one way to handle it.
You see, the arm wrestling and the strength competitions are the ultimate form of democracy. Never doubt me again.
I guess no, you have my respect. Like you
I don't
figured out a way.
I say that in character. In character, I say it.
Oh, okay. The dog doesn't know what you're saying, like, but he acknowledges you. Like
I
he's
always
waiting
knew
for.
you could do it, Bones.
I may not have won, but sometimes losing does have its benefits.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're definitely right.
Glad I could come and support you.
Without you, I think I would have fallen quite badly.
Yeah, yeah. You got two people on the team who can communicate somewhat to animals. Well, one talks to animals, one communicates.
Listen, that was
Yeah.
the fastest combat ever without doing too much work. Let's go.
Yeah, I guess. I
like
prepared
how
a whole
you're.
encounter with the wolves coming out of trees at you guys, but yeah, no, go ahead. You guys can keep adventuring on your way or hang out with the wolves. It's up to you.
I like how you were like, it's supposed to be a combat.
It's supposed to be combat.
I don't know.
We don't get XP for this, so it doesn't matter if we kill him or
Huh?
not.
No, you're right. You're right. It's achievement merit based. Like leveling is merit based, but
Can you ask them about the area? Maybe they would give us, they've hunted these lands. Maybe they know,
Kamboro will relay the
know things.
message and ask.
they will communicate that these lands have been slowly dying over the years. The hunting has not been as plentiful. They stick to this type of area. They stick to this area of the land as it has the largest amount of animals, but it's also away from what from the area with the undead, as they have seen skeletons like Bones here before, but not that act like him. They were very confused by its actions, and they have encountered a bunch of weird things of late, such as a rock falling from the sky and foreign creatures having been making up camp in what used to be a cub cave. They would store their cubs in a cave to keep them safe, but they had to move out of there recently. And when they came back to bring some resources there, they found that there were foreign creatures in that cave.
I hate to say it, but I think we gotta commit a genocide. We gotta hunt those bald-headed people, those baldies.
Sometimes you gotta genocide.
They gesture that the cave is, if you look at the one in the tree, directly behind him, going back straight, is the cave that the foreign creatures had taken up camp in. And they're.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. And that they've also spotted goblins in the area recently.
Kamboro will kind of look at the party and just be like, ask them like, oh fuck, like he will tell them all of that and just be like, should we help type of thing.
Might as well.
Well, right now it's just me, Bones, actually. So he'll look at Bones and ask.
Well, like I said earlier, I'm pretty much down for whatever. I don't
He
remember much of who I am, and I don't really have any goals in life. So, besides maybe remembering who I am.
he's gonna ask Bones if he could possibly go ask the rest of the party, and then he's gonna ask the wolves, like, would they be okay if we possibly help them reclaim the cave?
Yeah, they'd be fine with it. They would not mind having their cave back. They just they don't really have any cubs at the moment, as they had the birth rates of their pack have declined as of late. So they kind of gave up the cave more willingly, but they wouldn't mind having the cave back for when they do finally have more females among them.
Okay. Does the rest of the party is the rest of the party okay with this
I'm
arrangement?
fine with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Tally ho.
I'll
This is
inform
like-
them that we're
This is fucking Fort Joy all over again. We're never gonna get done with this fucking island.
well, Cambora will explain that we're a rather large party, so we could probably like we'll be able to check out the cave and stuff and try and see if we can help out in reclaiming the cave.
Right, sure. Yeah, the alpha will turn as the pack returns to enjoying their food, and he will personally lead you to the cave.
Cool. Cambora will kind of like poke his head out as best as he can and like waves everybody to follow, and we'll follow the leader.
Right. And he'll go this way. Oops, I lost him. He'll lead you guys. Oh, I keep losing. He'll lead you guys this way, as you guys can. How about you guys roll perception? So who would like to roll a perception?
Perception. I'll take a perception. I haven't rolled in a hot minute. A 12.
You can smell donkeys on the air, but you can't really see them yet.
Mm.
The wolf is going to halt, and he's going to watch over there and point out what looks like 3 donkeys beside what looks like a cave entrance.
He'll kind of like look, I guess.
It's up to you guys. Do you guys approach this stealthily, or do you guys just saunter up?
There's Trixie.
I think
Oh,
Kambara
Trixie
go
was
up there
left
and be
behind.
aggressive.
Huh?
Sid, we're not in control of Trixie.
What?
I said, Sid, you're responsible for Trixie.
I know. I am now. There we go.
Hey, buddy, you want me to move Bones up, or you stuck?
No, I'm sorry, right there.
Right. Yeah. Feel free to do whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, it is really neat. It's literally 3D D&D. Kambora will just kind of look at the rest of the party, then turn to the wolf and just be like, he'll say thank you and pretty much like inform him we'll get back to them on if they were able to reclaim the cave or not.
Oh, the wolf lifts his brow as if you're dismissing him, but he'll nod and he'll start walking back.
Okay. How much was it? How much is Tailspire again?
Like 25?
Something like that?
Yeah, 25 USD, $30 Canadian, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. There you go. So what do we want to do? Actually, there's not much we should do right now because it's almost time. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm good to call it here.
Oh,
We want to set up a
why
small
did
camp.
it suddenly go nighttime?
You
What?
could
guys
call
want
it
to
some
set up-
asses.
So you guys are going to set up a small camp beside the cave?
I
Yeah,
guess
I think
so.
we set up a small camp and then call it here.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. Could you guys roll stealth? You're pretty close, unless you guys want to move back a little bit.
I guess
Let's
yeah,
move
we'll probably
back
move
a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, you guys succeed in setting
Will
up your
they
camp.
let us camp near them?
Yeah. No, the wolves don't really view you guys as a threat or anything. They're pretty friendly.
We'll camp near them. That's cool.
the wolves are pretty. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I mean,
They're enjoying their deer and such.
oh, that's a dice. Never mind. Oops. Ignore that.
So I was going to say this. There's a section in the server called roleplay logs down below.
Yee boy. Okay.
There's a chat down below in the roleplay section called roleplay logs. You guys will be camping for the night, so you guys have like downtime of like, let's say you guys have about, since you guys are midday, you guys have about like another 6 hours before you guys actually go to sleep. And then the session will pick up when you guys wake up. So if you guys want to talk to each other, communicate, have a little bit of back and forth, feel free to put a message in the roleplay log between now and the next session. And you guys can
cool.
have conversations. I don't really want you guys to like private message, so I'm actually going to delete this message. I don't want you guys like private message each other. If you guys do want like a private conversation, let me know and I'll make another sub chat in the server and let you guys have like a private talk there. But anything that you guys say in there, I will be able to see, and try to keep it PG, please.
Sounds legit.
So feel free to roleplay in that roleplay log section, and talk to each other and
Sounds
build a
legit,
sense of
legit.
community. This is going to be our last session until June, as in May I have a lot going on. So
I might be as well, due to personal reasons.
So I was hoping, if you guys are interested, let's pick up on maybe June 9th on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. Will have to depend on if I'm in the middle of that personal stuff or not. But if I am free that day, then I will be joining. If not, then, it is what it is. You guys won't have Camboro.
Okay, well, you let us know and we can change the day.
Okay.
But I'm hoping for June 9th, and I'm hoping to go bi-weekly Sundays from there on, if you guys are okay with that.
Ooh.
Starting at 6 p.m.
6, starting at 6. Okay. Till what time? Because I cannot keep doing till 10.
We can count. Would anyone be down for 5 to 9 on Sundays?
I could do that.
Okay.
The only
Well, no.
problem is I usually have on some Sundays something around. I usually get home around 5:30 or 6.
Okay,
Eastern.
let's do 6 to 9. How's that sound?
That works for me. I mean, we could also, if you guys want, just take a break. That's up to you guys. I could probably play early and then just take a break around that time.
Well, we'll figure it out as we go. Sound good, guys?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, so right now we're looking at 6 to 9 on Sunday.
6 to 9 on Sunday. All right.
June 9th. What?
June 9th.
Feel free.
Let me...
So you have 1 day worth of events going on. So 6 hours. So. One hour. Chatting. There we go. So you guys have 6 hours, 1 hour to set up, and then about 5 hours left to communicate and such. So feel free to chat in that section, okay?
Okay.
All right.
If you guys want to keep the RP vibes going.
But
Sounds
do
good.
we level up?
No, we do not level up. We haven't had
No,
any
you guys
combat.
haven't achieved. You guys haven't achieved a feat. No, that's not about combat. They haven't like.
I'm
There are
not.
quests that you guys can achieve, and there are like objectives and goals and things to get your name out there. But
I feel like
you
a
guys,
lot was accomplished.
yeah, no, a lot was. I
lot.
honestly, I will say this. I'm impressed because that started off so rough until Glorb was like, "Oh yeah, I can communicate with them through feeling," and it's like. Oh shit, he's right. And you guys like squeezed your way through what should have just been dogs killing your tanks right away at the beginning of the fight. But like it didn't go that way, and like the bear went better too than I thought it might, and I was expecting you guys to get fucked up by the villagers when you guys like just hi. Like I like you guys like now they know like that something's in the woods, so they're going to be a little bit more on high alert, but like overall like you guys blow me away. All right, you have my respect.
By the way, the whole
We have your
conversation with the
respect, just
dog
not your
was supposed.
We will have combat. If we don't want combat, we will do everything in our power to not have combat.
Here's the thing: the conversation with the dog. I wasn't trying to pry information out of the dog. I was just trying to have a casual conversation with the dog.
Yeah, the dog is loose lip. That's the issue. That's what the guy brought the dog away because it's not their first time running into this issue because he can't talk to his dog. But the dog is like a smart dog. Like it's a combat dog. Like the dog is used as a fucking catapult. Like if you guys fought him, the dog has a fucking like helmet that he puts on like with spike in it, like a little vest with spikes, and he gets shot out of a cannon. But you guys are like let's befriend these fuckers, and like those guys are a friendly encounter. If you guys fought them, like they're a pretty fun fight. But like they were a friendly encounter. But I forgot about the fact that you can talk to animals. So it's like the dog is a loose lip. Like
I was just
so
trying
it's
to have
like
a casual conversation, just see how he liked his place, see if there's any shops or a blacksmith or whatever. I wasn't
yeah,
trying to get like heavy information out of the dog.
yeah, but they were trying like the humans weren't trying to divulge anything to you guys. They were trying to keep it mysterious and not tell you what's going on with their village. They tried to like allude to something and that thing and this thing because they're on a mission. They're not here to like play with you guys or bring these random hooligans they just found back to their town.
Fair enough. Like I didn't even ask their location from the dog.
Yeah, no, the dog didn't tell you the location, but the dog sure as hell is loose lip because it's a fucking dog. It doesn't have many conversations with people. It'll talk about everything it sees, and it knows about contracts because the fucking humans like sign it up on contracts and shit. Like the dog understands the concept of currency as well.
Yeah, so like I said, I was just trying to have a casual conversation with the dog. Alright, I'm gonna mute and deafen and say goodbye to my ghouls and goblins. Okay? Okay.
Beans.
Alright, my little ghouls and goblins. Thank you so much for joining me on today's adventure. I hope you had a wonderful time. I know I did. Let's pop on over to ending soon. Let's see who's live right now that I can raid. Monarch is live, so is Bio. Do you guys want to watch Fallout 76 or Dead by Daylight? Which one? What'd you say? No, what'd you say? What did you say? You want to see Dead by Daylight? You're not even in the chat.
That's my preference. Dead by Daylight over Policies, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I actually haven't raided Bio in a hot minute, so I'm actually gonna raid Bio. Let's go say hello to Bio. She's a wonderful being. Make sure you say hi, hello. Tell her she's awesome. Give her a follow. Yeah, yeah, that's a requirement. She is awesome. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I love you so much. I am so sorry for not like being around lately. I've been dealing with personal stuff, and yeah. And then the next couple of months I'm gonna be like super busy. So yeah, unfortunately, that's something that's gonna happen. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys when I stream next. Bye.